Alright, so we're on session 71. Code Lands, Hope and Despair, 71. That was a good year. That was the year I was born. I'm an old fart. Alright, so in our last session, as I recall, you guys were actually in the middle of a battle. So let me go ahead and switch maps to that one, since that's where we're starting off. As long as Roll20 works with me. Yay, Roll20. Is it lagging on you guys or just me?
It did actually.
Okay.
You lagged.
Zoom to 50%, okay.
And that's in there for you guys as much as it is for me. Because sometimes these maps are pretty big. Alright, you guys all see the map where you left off?
Yeah, things were going.
Okay. Alright, so
Mine's going pretty slow.
Let me give you guys a minute.
Did he have a bag of bait?
He threw it out.
Oh, he did. Okay, I was like, he's not here right now, so.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. See how that works out.
Ruh-roh, Scooby.
Alright, with that being said, let's talk about it. If he doesn't show up in the next 5 minutes, does someone want to volunteer to run his character for him?
I mean, it's Paladin. Wait, he's away. His what you call it signed in.
Do what now?
His or not Roll20. His
Discord?
His Discord is signed in. He's just marked as away.
Well, here's what I'm asking. Either someone can run him, or I'll just take him out of this battle and I'll insert Twig in his spot.
Not sure I like that.
I know you do. I know you don't.
I'm ranged. He is not.
You will also be blinded and possibly confused.
No, I don't think he has any of those going on, does he?
He's got 2 status effects on him right now.
Oh yeah, he's blinded. Yeah, just blinded. That's it.
He's got an 8 on him with the.
I think that's got to do with his Shield of Faith or something like that. It lasts for 10 rounds, as I recall.
All right.
All right, so last call. Anybody want to take Diddy's spot?
Not really.
Okay, I'm gonna move him out for right now. And instead of putting Twig in there, all you guys get to roll. Everybody roll me a d20. Whoever gets the lowest number is gonna be in Diddy's spot.
Son of a bitch.
Ooh, Sylvia gave you some competition there.
You hear my mother calling. I gotta go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's everybody, right? All right, Tillman. So you were already blinded, so that's not that far-fetched from you, but now you're right in the middle of all this.
Right.
Okay? Twig, I want you to roll me another d20. Okay, take 17 hit points away from you, since you're joining in the middle of a battle.
Jesus.
And roll me a d10 for Buttercup.
Tillman, it's like Twig pops into existence and someone rips his leg off.
Take that many hit points away from Buttercup.
Done.
And I need both you and Buttercup to make me a... what was it? A Constitution save. This will simulate what happens at the beginning.
Quick thing. Was it 2 d20s or d20 and d10?
For what?
Was Buttercup? But you rolled a d10 second.
No, I told him to roll a d10.
I
For
think
Buttercup.
you might get Didemeyer's plus to that roll.
No, Didemeyer's not here, remember?
There is no Diddy. Diddy ceases to exist.
Oh, damn, both of you guys. Alright, so let me read this.
Welcome to the club, Ranger. Please shoot blind.
Yep, both Twig and Buttercup are blind now as well. And that lasts too long. Yep, you guys are both blinded. Let me add another one down here as my note for you guys. Having fun yet?
Only if you avert your gaze versus close your eyes. I mean, like what did we rule that?
This is simulating when they first came out, and some of you guys were blinded, as you recall. Okay, that's what this was, because you guys were all basically surprised by that. You can avert your eyes after that fact, but this is representing that very first one there.
Gotcha.
All right, finish making my notes so I don't forget all this. All my little icons out here. Twig and Buttercup are both blind. Okay. All right. So, quick little recap. You guys basically, through the help of Jodell and I guess Brevin, you guys made your way to the Mucklestones, the real Mucklestones, not the fake ones that are in the middle of the keep in town. And from there, they used that portal on the Mucklestones to transport yourself into the astral plane, because Brevin was aware of a gate within here that would lead to the plane of limbo, plane of chaos. And he led you to this general area here of where the actual gate is. That's what this little structure over here on the right side is the actual portal gate into the plane of limbo. And as he approached, he took a couple rats out of his bag and threw them off to the side. These little things you see right here were basically like a bunch of rocks that came alive with little legs, and they all started attacking the little rats as Brevin walked closer towards the portal gate, motioning you guys forward. Before Brevin even got up to the gate, these little fellas came rolling out from underneath and around all you guys and started to basically attack you guys. This mob, swarm, whatever you want to call it, of eyes and sinew and guts and whatever else. A couple of you guys have already felt the strain of these things upon you when you get engulfed by them, where it's almost like it's trying to, it feels like it's trying to extract or bulge your eyes out as they get around you. And I think that's pretty much where we left off. You guys are hitting a few of them, but there's 3 sitting here. Toma is currently engulfed around one of them. Usul is engulfed around one, and Sul is also, as I recall, I think you're held for one more round. I think that's what my note says here.
Yeah.
Silith is confused for 4 rounds. Usul's blinded. Silith is blinded. Twig is blinded. Buttercup's blinded. Toman's blinded. And Diddy is blinded, but Diddy's not here. So, it sounds like fun. Any questions? Oh yeah, the cobblestones. I forgot about that. The cobblestones were all eating these rats, and then they ate all the last of the rats, and then they started attacking everybody else that's sitting here as well. And these things are basically like swarms as well. There's a bunch of tiny little rocks with little pincer legs and everything that are starting to attack you guys as well. Diddy did drop the bag of rats over here, and we'll see if that has any kind of impact or not. Okay? Any questions on where we are and what we're doing? I'll take that as a no. Let's start top round. Dr. P, you're up, buddy.
All right, Dr. P's going to avert his gaze. Now, this eye construct thing that's over top of Usul, is that, is it like engulfing him, or is it easy
yes.
to? Would it be okay to shoot at that without hitting him, or would there be significant chance of?
Give me a wisdom check, Dr. P. You're pretty sure if you shoot an arrow that you got a pretty good chance of hitting Usul.
Okay, that's what I figured. Dr. P's going to fire at the little rock creature to his right.
Okay. This guy right here, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot short bow.
Okay. And do you have like the, what do you call it, the feat that allows you not to have disadvantage if they're right next to you?
No, it's at disadvantage.
Okay. Twig, do you and Buttercup go at the same initiative, or do you got to roll for him as well? I forget.
Buttercup moves with me.
Okay, that's what I thought. Damn, look at you. Disadvantage still did pretty damn good. Alright, so you fire your crossbow, or not crossbow, what is it, a crossbow? Is it a short bow? Short bow. And you see a couple of these things go kind of skittering across the pavement there, and you see the little bits and pieces of the legs kind of twitch for a little bit, and then they stop. But again, there's literally like 40 or 50 in this little swarm that you just shot an arrow at. next one fires and misses.
Okay.
But you can see as you hit it, it doesn't do quite as much damage. Again, it's a swarm of them. You hit a couple of them, they go skittering across, but not quite as much damage as you were expecting.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, Dr. P?
Dr. P. No, that's all.
Okay, up next, Usul.
Okay. I am grappled and I'm blind. I can still transform though, can I not?
Yeah, there's blinded's not going to keep you from transforming.
Well, I'm also grappled though, right?
I don't have you marked as grappled. Oh, you're paralyzed though. Paralyzed for 1 round. No, that was what hold was. Sorry, never mind. Hold person is like paralyzation though. Let me read the spell real quick. Sorry, guys. Paralyzed. Hold person, not paralyzed. Hold person. Hold person. Unless one of you guys know it off the top of your head. If I just had to rule on the fly, I'd say you probably can't, because it's like paralyzation.
Okay.
I'm almost there. Hold on. Hold person.
Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. A target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
Yeah, paralyzed is considered incapacitated. Cannot speak or move. Automatically fails strength and dex saves. Attackers have advantage. Attacks within 5 feet auto crit. So if you can't speak or move, I would think Wild Shape has some kind of verbal component to it, or somatic.
That's a bonus action for me.
Incapacitated. Incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions. So,
Okay.
Nope. I just read paralyzed. Says consider incapacitated. Incapacitated says you can't take actions or reactions. So you're kind of screwed.
Okay. And if I recall, this one is a funny saving funny check on it.
At the end of your turn.
It's not. What's that?
At the end of your turn, you're saying?
Well, I get to roll to see if I can become paralyzed.
Nope.
Yes, that's at the end of your turn.
Not on
Okay.
not on the hold person. I'm reading it right now. It says it lasts for X 1d4 rounds. Doesn't say anything about a save at the end of your turns for that one.
It's in chat.
The one Twig just linked. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. It's right. Yeah, it's right where Twig posts.
Now is that out of what's
Player's
that based
Handbook.
on?
Player's Handbook.
Okay, because I'm reading the thing on the actual character.
Yeah.
On the actual character sheet for this thing. It says the swarm targets every creature in space, blah, blah, blah. The swarm can choose 1 or 2 effects, which it did. Every target, blah, 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 does a charisma saving throw. Don't want to say that out loud. This effect lasts for 1d4 rounds. It doesn't say anything about a save.
The confusion also says I get to make a roll at the end of the round if I'm but that's a spell.
The confusion does. This character sheet does not. It lasts for X number of rounds. Sorry, guys. I'm just reading what the character sheet says.
Sure.
Again, you guys can blame Jason. He gave these creatures to me.
Oh, Jason, why?
No, just hang me out the dry, Brian.
Well, I did last week
Like
too.
Jason
So.
creatures.
So does that mean I do not
yeah,
get
I don't
to
think
consider?
I can.
Now I know where to look for them.
All right, so Usul, if I read everything right about that, you're basically screwed for 1 more round until this hold wears off.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. I don't think I can do anything until after. So,
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Next.
Okay, Rufus, you're up.
Alrighty then. Rufus has watched Toman get engulfed by this swirling, whirly dervish thing, so he is going to attack it with his bite. And actually, I've never used him in attack before, so I think this is the right thing to do.
No, I think you did last week. As I recall, I think he ate a couple eyeballs.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Okay. Yep. So 17.
17. And which one?
The one that's on Toman.
Oh, on the big eyeball-looking thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. He bites into it. You see him kind of grab a couple eyeballs, and they pop in his mouth. He kind of shakes his head back and forth. Takes a little bit of damage.
Considered a creature?
Is it considered a creature? Why do you guys ask me questions like this? Of course it's a creature. What kind of creature is it, though, is probably a better question, right?
It doesn't specify. It says, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Strength saving throw?
DC 11. Okay.
Ha! I'm winning.
Yay.
Okay. Anything else for Rufus?
No, I believe he only has the one attack.
Okay. Oh, darn. Look who's up next. Alright, so... Usul, well, you can't see this because you're blind, but this guy is actually going to move from Usul to over here to Dr. P. So, Dr. P, I need you to now make me a Constitution saving throw. Guess what, Dr. P? You are now blinded. I have a blind fest going on here. Over here.
A little bit of the old razzle dazzle.
Okay, that's it for that guy. This next one here, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Got lots of choices. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have done a D8. Oh, Tolman's already surrounded. So roll it again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brrr. Twig, so glad for you to show up here. Okay, you're already blinded. Is that correct?
Correct.
Let me read this. Yep, another Constitution saving throw. Twig. Oh, Twig, I'm so glad you made it tonight. You know these creatures, right?
Actually, one of them I do. The other one I do not.
Okay. Okay, so you feel your eyeballs starting to bulge as all these, you can feel them kind of swirling all around you, all over your body and stuff, and one of your eyeballs plop out of its socket. So you're going to have disadvantage on any kind of perception check. Use your eyes once you get your sight back, but you've now lost one of your eyeballs.
Ew.
Great.
I cannot believe he's the first one to fail this. How many times did you guys do that last week? Like 3 or 4 at least? That's it for Twig. And Toman, same thing for you, buddy. Are you already blind?
Okay. Yes, I am blind.
Constitution save. Oh, so same thing. You feel them all over you. You can just swirling all over your face, and you feel your eyes starting to bulge. You reach up, and you actually place your palms over your eye sockets, but you still feel one eyeball kind of plop out, and you can feel it in your hand, and then it kind of shakes a little bit, and then it squirms out of your hand into the whatever it is around you. Same thing for you, buddy. You lost one eyeball. Okay, 1, 2. That's all 3 of them. That's all their turns. Oh, look who's next. These 2 and Rufus. They kind of engulf Rufus over here. They start chittering around and start stabbing with their little whatever they are. Did I not open up their character sheets? Shit.
For those of you just tuning in, this episode is not family friendly.
First time ever, I've got a little bit of nauseousness on playing D&D.
I gotta move this guy out just so I can get to his character sheet. Sorry. Where did it go? Yay, shitty DM. There we go. Alright, now I can move him back. And now I can start doing attacks. Someone got a question?
It's fine.
Those are both at Rufus.
Oh, they both hit. Oh, wait. 16, no. 12 plus my proficiency. Hold on, what is my proficiency for? So 20 is my AC.
Damn, his AC is 20? For Rufus?
Dies.
Alright, so half damage on the first one.
Oh, no. I take that back. No, 16 is his total.
Okay, so he takes
That's adding
24 total points of piercing damage. These things just swarm around him and start stabbing him with their little legs.
How many points?
24. They two swarms attacked.
Second. Please stand by.
And this one...
Half his HP. He's done.
2 more engulf Silith.
This just became an episode of Old Yeller, didn't it?
Oh, look at those rolls.
You didn't hit nothing. I'm confused, and there's little needles around. I'm freaking out. It's the dentist office all over again.
Oh, that's right. You're blinded, aren't you?
Yeah,
I get these at advantage.
but I'm also confused.
Yep. So let me roll it again. Okay, they
We're
probably
still
still miss, don't they?
It's like, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me roll this. I'm pretty sure it's still a no.
Alright, these next two are all going after Brevin, who is not blind yet.
Yet.
So, 1 and 2.
Like I need modifiers.
Brevin is our guide, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I want to fire him after this.
Hey, he told Diddy to throw the
You
rats.
can see him.
Alright, so he takes, he gets hit once. That second one does a little bit of damage on him. You guys can't see it, but he's kind of throwing his cloak around, kind of knocking some of them off as he's trying to crawl up onto him. And then I got this guy right here. Dr. P is already surrounded by one. So they're going to make the way around. Let me double check their movement. Oh yeah, they can get around. They're going to come around here to Usul, their best bud. And they kind of crawl up under around Usul's feet, and who is blinded and paralyzed. So I get these at advantage as well.
There's no such thing as double advantage.
But just one. Oh, look at that. Horrible roll. All my good rolls were on Toman. And I think that's all of them.
Rufus.
Alright, Toman. You're up, buddy.
Yay. Okay, so I'm blind. I'm sporting a Nick Fury eye patch. Is this
Not
thing
yet.
surrounding me?
Yes, they're all around you. You can feel them all over you.
Alright, so I can attack. Do I actually get disadvantage for attacking if I can feel them all around me?
How are you attacking them?
With my crossbow.
Okay, you're gonna try to shoot something that's crawling all over you? Yes, you'll have disadvantage.
It's like playing lawn darts as a kid.
No,
Don't
he's
look
got
out.
the bladed crossbow.
Well, what I'm
He's
gonna
got
do
that
is
super melee crossbow,
this
Brian.
wonderful crossbow that I can stab with.
Oh.
then-
Okay, yeah, if you're using it as a melee weapon, that's fine. No disadvantage on that. I'm just saying if you're trying to shoot it, though.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna pull the trigger after I successfully stab it. So
Oh, okay, I see how you
that's
are.
part of its wonderful bonuses. So first, let's do the bladed crossbow.
Don't roll bad.
I'm trying- melee version. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
What was that? That was a freaking 1? No
Yes,
kidding?
sir.
Okay, give me a dex save.
Oh, sure. I make the dex save.
Okay. And you take your crossbow and you're trying to like focus on where one is crawling over you. You feel one kind of crawling right over your arm, and you try to scoot it, and you feel it hit your leather armor, and not sure if you hit anything, but no, you missed, and you almost cut yourself.
It hurt itself in its confusion.
Yeah.
Anything else, Toman?
That's all I got.
Okay. Again, just so you guys are clear, you're not restrained by these things. They're just swarming around you. Okay?
Wait, I actually have a question then. Can I I'm gonna try to make it back to the portal. See if there's maybe we can get out of here.
Brevin never fired up this portal. He started walking to it when all this stuff happened. Remember?
So it's not running.
Right.
Got it. Never mind.
So you good? You gonna stay where you are?
Yeah, no sense in moving.
Okay, give me a wisdom check, Toman.
Here we go. Roll a 1.
With advantage.
Yay!
Okay, you got a pretty good feeling if you stay here, this thing's gonna try to take your other eyeball.
Okay, I'm gonna pick a direction and run then.
Okay.
25, hang on. I'm going to attempt to run in this direction. I don't know if I'll actually make it in this direction.
Okay, give me a general acrobatics check, since you're running blind. Well, technically you're floating blind, but yeah. Okay.
Oh, I make my saves, but yeah.
As you start moving, you realize you're kind of going at a downward angle because your feet kind of start dragging on the stone there. But you correct your course of action and get yourself up close to a wall right there. You can feel your way over there. And now, this is metagaming a little bit, so guys don't play too much into this. Give me another Constitution save, Toman.
Oh, good.
Okay, good to know.
Guys, it's been wonderful.
No, nothing happens to you. You're fine.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Our rogue uses advantage frequently to counteract his permanent disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, anything else, Toman, or you good?
No, I'm just gonna sit here and cry for a little bit. You
Okay.
guys keep playing.
All right, Silith.
Fire to one eye.
Silith is
Silith,
confused.
6. The
6.
creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
Okay.
So that's it. I'm done.
So you're screwed. Very good. Twig, you're up.
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't get to make the wisdom saving throw either, do I?
Nope. But it is now down to 3. So I'm going to change that number on your thing to 3.
I could have saved us. Well, I could have saved some people.
Yep.
Toman
Right.
would have died.
Okay, Twig, you're up.
One question: is this a drop off right here?
You're in the astral plane. You control your movement with your mind. So
Okay.
you're not going to fall if you step off there.
Okay, just checking. That's what I thought. I want to make sure.
Yep.
Okay. He's gonna use his hand axe and attack the swarm around him twice, real quick.
Okay, both at disadvantage because you are blind.
3.
Not to interrupt, Brian, but does the swarms things? I mean, the eyeballs obviously know these same rules, but do these rock things that are on the ground? Do they seem to be confined to the ground?
Do they seem to be confined to the ground?
We can fly, can they?
They are crawling along the ground. That's how they got to you. That's about the extent of your knowledge
but I
at
thought
this
we were
point.
floating in the air.
Huh?
But we were floating in the air.
Okay, if you're floating in the air, then yeah, they floated up to you as well.
Okay, I was like, we were all
Yeah,
kind of floating.
that's just what I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
Okay, and after he swipes at those, I don't know how well he did or not, but after he swipes at it, he's going to run. And since he's blind, I just rolled a d8 to see if he's going to run, and he runs this way.
Whee!
Oh, geez. Okay, then. How do I want to do this? He's already done his thing, though. Alright, so as you run, you feel yourself running face first into, like, you're not sure if it's the same one or if it's a giant one, but you run right through a bunch of more slimy stuff slapping you in the face as you go by. And give me a general acrobatics check, Twig. Okay, very good. You also feel yourself kind of tripping over some stones or something, and maybe something else furry that slaps your hand as you go running by.
Brian.
Yep.
He's blind.
He's blind.
That's an 8, not a 21.
Oh!
Yeah.
Alright, so as you're running,
Sorry, buddy.
That's okay.
We can-
That's about what I figured.
we can blame Scylla for that one. So as you run right smack dab in a bunch of his eyes, you can feel it kind of restraining you a little bit. You're trying to get through it, but you can't quite get all the way through it. You're right in the middle of another one.
Okay, now Buttercup, she slashes at that pile that they were by,
Okay?
and Twig told her to run, so which way does she run? Oh, great. That means she runs this way.
She has no idea where she is. Well, she's running with her mind, so if you can imagine, she's probably like maybe flipping and rotating around as she's going out there and not touching anything.
Yeah, probably. Spinning around.
Anything else for Twig?
Yep. Twig
Okay.
Buttercup's done.
All right, so Brevin is up, and you guys all hear him kind of scream, and he says, all of you guys will hear it. No need for a perception check at this point. You lost your eyeballs, not your ears. And he says, if you can hear my voice, come towards me. Is anybody here not blinded?
I'm not.
Swirl's not blind, is he?
Buttercup's blind, Twig is
No,
blind,
Swirl's blind.
Silith is
Rufus
blind.
is not blind.
Who is not?
Rufus.
Rufus is not blind.
Yeah.
But does he understand, Brevin?
Probably not.
Okay. All right.
No, but if I hear Brevin say that, I would, because I can speak to Rufus, I would speak with the animals, I would tell him, go to Brevin, boy, go to Brevin.
Okay, so let me just do this real quick. Metagaming. You guys don't see this, but there's this spiritual looking little cub that appears right next to Brevin and starts radiating some kind of magical energy. That's only for Rufus. Because he's the only one that can see. Alright, so that was his action, and he's going to... shit, he already said it, so he can't move. He's going to stay right there, and he's bonus action, offhand, attack something. And he misses badly. Alright, that's it for his turn. Okay, Sylvia, you're up.
All right. So,
Wait a minute, Sylvia blinded?
no, I'm not blinded.
Oh, you're the only one. How about that?
Yeah,
What's on
I
Sylvia's
managed to-
thing?
that's mage armor.
Oh, she made
Yeah. So I didn't hear that, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move up another 10 feet. So I'm 35 feet up, and I'm going to now. Can I looking at these bugs? Does it look like they have eyes?
Which bugs?
Or
Click which one you're talking about.
the brown ones?
You'd have to get closer to take a look. Because you haven't been attacked by them yet, have you?
No, but I can. There's some on Silith, and
Right.
it just when I zoom in, it just looks like wood. So I don't know. I can't really.
Yeah, I think the picture that came in this thing is not very good. I think it's a bunch of them going down a set of stairs. But to you, it looks like a bunch of little bitty rocks, probably like maybe the size of a fist, with a bunch of little tiny legs sticking out that are kind of like stabbing whatever they get a hold of.
Okay, then I'm going to change my train of thought there. Ooh, sorry. And I am going to. I'm going to use. So I'm going to use a sorcery point to quicken spell. And I'm going to use that to be able to cast 2 firebolt. One's going to be at that, and the other's going to be at this one that Twig ran into.
Okay. Let's see them.
So, 1. Yeah.
And the second one is the one by Twig, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope those both hit.
Yeah, what'd you roll? You rolled a 10. Okay. So on this guy, it definitely hits. You see a bunch of them kind of sizzle and pop as your firebolt slams into the middle of it, and a bunch of them go flat all over the place, but did some real serious damage there to that one. The second one, you see it kind of slam into it. You hear a couple of them kind of sizzle, but You don't hear or see anything kind of pop. So you're not sure if you did any damage or not.
Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Anyways.
Okay, and you're still 25 feet up in the air.
Well, I'm moving up 15 feet, so I'm now 40 feet in the air.
Okay.
And I'm going to move a little this way towards Brevin. Still 40 feet up.
Okay. So you get within like 5 feet of him? How close you getting to him? Or his little, you saw the little thing it came up. It's right at his feet, this little, like, glowing little bear cub.
Oh, I'm going to hover over Brevin then. Maybe, yeah, so I moved up 15 feet, 1, 2, 3. I'm kind of on top of where Silas is, so I'm Brevin adjacent.
Okay, but you're not next to him because he's down closer to everybody else. You're still like 30 feet up above him, is what I'm understanding, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Good to know. I'll remember that. Anything else, Sylvia?
Sure you will.
Okay.
No, I'm okay for now.
Okay. Diddy's not here, right? Nope.
No, did he?
Nope.
Okay, Dr. P, you're back up.
So, can Dr. P, I'm trying to figure out if he's just going to get away from this creature and then try to shoot back at where he was.
Okay.
So, do I need to roll a d8 to see which direction?
I mean, technically you're blind. I wouldn't make you do that. I mean, I know Twig and Buttercup did that. You still got an idea where everybody was, so I'm not going to make you do like a random direction, but...
So Professor P has a brilliant idea of going straight up as fast as possible and shooting straight down.
Okay. I'm okay with that. So you're going to take your full movement going straight up?
Yeah.
Okay, and your full movement is at 25 feet? Or is it 30?
Which is it intelligence based in the astral plane then? Or
No, you're still your moving speed is still the same, whether it's astral or here. So I'm assuming that you got 25 feet being a gnome, correct?
Yep, that's
okay.
correct.
All right, and that's your shot back down at the thing. And you can't see what happens, so I can't tell you what happens. But Sylvia, you watch as Dr. P kind of explodes out of this ball, a ball of eyes, shoots back up, and he's not even looking. He just points his short bow down and fires, and you see it kind of skid right through the ball of him. You hear a couple little squishes, but you don't really see much damage.
And I say, good job! Don't let them keep you down!
Okay, anything else for... Sorry, go ahead.
No, he's completely just incapable of doing anything, really. This is definitely his arch nemesis enemies.
Okay. Alright, so that's it for your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Alright, Usul. Your hold is gone now, so I'm going to get rid of this. So you're no longer held, but you are still blinded.
Yep. And from here until I say otherwise, I'm going to have my eyes closed.
Okay.
Now, because of what Dr. P just did, I'm going to key in on those splosh sounds that he made when he shot the eyeball thingy.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and turn into a fire elemental.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Extra crispy.
I made one of those for you, did I not?
You did.
Flame on.
And I'm going to go in and occupy the eyeball thing's space as much as I can.
Alright, you should have control over that fire elemental. Tell me if you don't. Okay.
There we go.
Dr. P, I feel kind of warm on my toes. Alright, so what's the damage on that?
I've got 2 touch attacks.
Shit,
Ooh,
16.
That's it too much.
Damn. Alright, so those are not at disadvantage. So 16 and 20. Yeah. He kind of reaches into both of them, And you can kind of, as he puts his hands into it, you can just feel the thing sizzle and pop as he just kind of runs his hands through there like it's a bunch of water or air or something, but just pop, 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 one after the other. And you can see the thing really starting to kind of shiver and shake a little bit. So is that 10 plus 8, or is that 8 like part of a critical or something?
It just says it's 2d6 plus 3.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, too, I just noticed on my Usul's character sheet, my armor class is back up to 27.
Well, that works out well for you.
Yeah, that would be nice, but yeah, I know it did that once before, and I know you fixed it somehow, but I don't recall how.
Okay, just remind me what your AC is if and when I attack you again. So, okay, I'm still confused on the damage though. It shows two different things. It shows a 2d6 plus 3, then also shows a 1d10. Is it really both of those?
It looks like that's the ignite damage, so it takes that damage at the start of its turn if it doesn't put it out.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. So until a creature takes an action to douse the fire, the target takes 5 or 1d10 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you roll that at the start of each one of its turns there. I don't want this to be static every single time. It could be higher, it could be lower. But he will take that initial 10 and the initial 9 for 19 points of damage.
Okay. And do you want me to roll at the start of my turn or the start of its turn?
Well, it says at the start of each of its turns. So the start of its turn.
All right.
Let me give it a little icon here to say it's freaking on fire. Is there a fire icon? I don't know if there is one or not.
You can make one.
Burn, baby, burn.
Screw it, I'll just pick this one. He's on fire. Okay. Did it for your turn, Usul?
That's it.
So now I got to figure out if he's still blinded. So when you wild shape into something else, you take on its characteristics. How am I going to roll it? Even, he's still blinded.
Do elementals have eyes, though?
Got to have some kind of sense to be able to see.
Yeah, but does it have, like, blind sense?
You tell me, Usul. You got the character sheet open?
I do. Let's see.
Even he's blind, odd he's not, unless you got something else.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Just saying, even he's blind, odd he's not. No, he's not blind, but yeah, still look that up.
Okay, as far as the fire elemental senses, I've got dark vision and passive perception.
Okay, yeah, so he's got some kind of vision. It's not blind sight. So, but I ruled it like that real quick. He's not blind.
Okay.
So you're welcome. Anything else, Usul?
Nope, that's it.
So when you move closer to that area, you're within 5 feet of Brevin. So your elemental form won't feel it, so never mind. I can't even tell you what it is. Anything else, Usul?
Nope.
Okay, Rufus. He's up, and he's not blind yet. But he is surrounded by a bunch of these little rocks that are piercing the shit out of him.
So he is going to try to get to Brevin. I got to check what his movement is.
I thought you said he wouldn't understand him.
He wouldn't, but I would understand him.
Okay.
I would understand Brevin, and I have speak with animals, so I could just say, Rufus, go to Brevin.
Okay.
Go to the big guy. All right, where's his movement? He's got 40. Okay, hang on. So if he goes... Because he would normally skirt the bad guys. Let's see, that's 20. That works. Okay. So he's going to... He's going to go here. He's basically skirting the bad guys.
Okay.
And he can make it here on 40. Actually, he wouldn't be there because he'd be there. That way he's not next to in with the bad guys. And at that point, he's next to...
He broke up on me.
Immediately to his left. So I guess he'd take... If it's within range, so he would definitely fight it. So let's see what happens. Roll that bean footage. 16?
Okay, which one is he biting?
The one immediately to his left.
Okay, the one that's kind of around Silith?
Yeah.
Okay, so 16, huh? Okay, all these little rocks are kind of just crawling all over Silith, and Silith's kind of freaking out a little bit, looking all confused and dazed, and, pretty rocks. And you do bite into a couple of them. You hear Rufus's teeth kind of crunch a little bit as he hits one of them. But he does knock a few down dead, and they stop twitching, kind of floating off into the space. And is Rufus damaged? Is he taking any damage?
He's half, yeah. He's half done it by half.
Okay, no one knows this but Rufus, but he heals a little 5 points of healing damage.
Ooh.
Or healing, not healing damage, heals 5 damage. Anything else for Rufus?
Nope, that's all he's got.
Okay.
So what I just understand is these are tasty.
To Rufus, maybe. You can try one if you want. You are confused after all. Alright, these guys are up again. This guy is on fire. He's kind of freaking out a little bit. So, he's going to...
Roll for damage.
Yep, 1d10. Roll a 1d10 there, Dusul.
Ooh.
Now,
Damn.
to play devil's advocate, is it 1d10 per attack because you had 2 attack?
Can you be on fire twice?
Well, depending on the size of this thing, maybe.
You know what? If they ignite, they ignite. I don't think you can really ignite them twice. So
That's true.
To
No, I
that
was
point,
just curious.
yeah, it's probably just one of them. So you see it kind of run back. It's still on fire at this point, and you see it kind of the eyeballs kind of separate, and then they all kind of just start slamming into the ground and like try and do a drop and roll thing with the 10,000 eyeballs. And the fire eventually kind of rolls out. You can see there's a couple eyeballs left. They're kind of black and look like black cataracts on some of them. But he's no longer on fire. But that was his action to do that. Okay. Okay, where's Silith at? Silith is still there.
Oh no, no, no.
Sylvia's fine. Okay, this one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 died. How high in the air are you, Sylvia? 40 feet? Sylvia?
You're muted.
40 feet.
40
40
feet.
feet up.
This will be suspenseful. Oh, look how fast they can fly. You watch as this one right here, Sylvia, swoops up in the air at you and engulfs you. Give me a Constitution save.
I'm so constitutional here, guys. Constitution. Woo!
Oh, look at you.
Damn.
As you get engulfed by this thing, again, you can all the eyes kind of turn in, and they're all looking at you, and the eyes are kind of straining a little bit. And you can feel your own eyes starting to strain, but you're able to kind of shake it off. I'm not sure if you saw what happened to Twig, but you probably would have heard him scream.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for his turn, and this last one. Oh shit, Twig. Twig, one more time. Constitution save. What is the DC? What is the DC? What is the DC? Oh! You can feel your last eye starting to kind of pull from its socket. You take one hand up on your eye, and you put your second hand up over your eye like you're clenching your own face, like your fingernails are digging into your forehead, trying to save your one last eye, and you're able to kind of shake it off. Ah, that was close. So, too bad Brevin's not here. Okay, Cobble Swarms are up. Okay, these guys right here see that Twig is now engulfed around one of those, and they give a wide berth. Oops, not that one. Move off to the side here. Let me check how far they can go. Nope, can't quite get there. They're going to circle back around here. This one's going to circle back over to here. Let me double check my distance. Yep. And this one engulfs Toman.
Feeling the love.
Toman is still blind, right? And missing one eye.
Missing one eye, yes.
He's only blind in one eye.
So 19, I'm assuming, hits you. 11 more points of piercing damage as you feel these little pebbles all over you, these little needles just stabbing in you over and over again. Is that the sound of those things digging into you? What was that? That sounded like a blender. Okay, that's those. How many do I have left? Oh yeah, there's 2 around Silith, isn't there? But this one's freaking out. Let me give him a... Nope, he's staying put. He's found some food. So this one here is going to dig into you, Silith. Or try to.
Yay. The 19 will hit, and the 22 will hit.
Okay. And this second one here... Yep, he's staying put. He's found food. He's digging into you. Actually, that should have been both. They only get 1 attack.
Oh,
So that was 1, that was the other.
Minus 18.
And these 2 are still around...
7.
Yep, they're still in Brevin. So 1 and 2. 1 hits and 1 doesn't. And then I've got this one down here. It's left. Ugh, he's right next to one of those guys. No, he's up in the sky, isn't he? He's not next to him. But he is right next to the freaking fire demon, which he doesn't like. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Rufus. These guys are gonna... Shit, I can't get to him. Come up here. Oh yeah, Dr. P, you're up above everybody, aren't you?
He's going to be 25 feet up.
Yeah, maybe just gonna move you up so you're above this fire demon thing. But Rufus is gonna get attacked. The 14 hit.
No, sir.
Okay. That's it for them. Toman, you're up.
Yay. Still blind. I know I was just attacked by something, so I'm going to try melee attack again, this time against the rock guys. We stabby. Hit.
Damn.
And then we pull the trigger. And did this have any damage previously? No, it doesn't look like it's been hurt.
Nope.
Okay, then I do not get Colossus damage, so 22 points.
Okay. You strike into it, and you hit like several of them with when you first stab it, and you kind of turn around, and you shoot right after that. You see 4 or 5 of them just go flying into the air, and it's about half the size it was before.
Yay. Well, I don't see it.
Yeah.
I get the premonition.
Yeah, you kind of get a feeling there's less of them crawling on you now. There's less of them stabbing you. Is that it for you, Toman?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So Silith, roll your confused. This is now down to a 2.
Seven says. 7 says a creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
Okay.
If there's no creature within its reach, it does nothing this turn.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 choices when I can see in. This guy's way up in the sky.
Don't time it there. I'm just gonna roll 1d5. Who am I hitting?
The first one would have been this guy right here, the Cobble Swarm right next to you. I'm sorry, little rocks.
It's a melee attack with weapon, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Oop, wrong screen.
Still at disadvantage because you are blind.
At disadvantage.
Still, if I like that, you put it in Brian's court, so that way if he wants to make the one hit somebody.
Oh, look at that. Disadvantage. You still managed to smash into it. Although it was only 3 points of damage. Shit, I can't get to him. I gotta move some people out of the way just so I can get to it.
When you roll a 20 with this plus 1 mace, the target takes extra 1d6 lightning damage. In addition, the target any hostile creature must take a blow or take additional. Huh. If only I'd rolled a 20 and wasn't at disadvantage.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Okay. All right. Anything else, Silith?
That is all I get to do. It says I've used its action to make a melee. That's it. So no moving, no nothing.
Okay. All right. So, Twig, your turn.
Twig yells at Buttercup, "Go to Brevon's voice." He swings twice at the swarm that's around him because he knows they're there.
Okay. So you're blind and you're surround you. So I'm gonna roll that's just a straight hit because you'd get advantage knowing that they're feeling on you. Just a straight hit. Yeah. So the first one's a crit, 5 points of damage, and that's with a hand axe, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you get your crit set up right? Because crit should automatically have a max base damage, so that one should have been a 6.
I'll check him.
Okay, but I'll roll it, so you get 10 there. So
Okay.
let me fix that. And then your second one, damn, even that was still pretty good damn hit as well, but wasn't a crit. Only 1 point of damage. Woohoo! You're messing them up. At least you hit them.
Okay, and then he takes off running toward Brevon's voice at full tilt, which would put him
Okay.
on top of Osul.
All right, so I need Brevon and Rufus and Dr. P's up in the air, and Usul all give me a dexterity save to see if you get bowled over by Twig running towards you. All right, so you don't necessarily get knocked prone because you're kind of floating, but Rufus gets knocked upside down. And
Brian,
yep.
as a fire elemental, I have condition immunities of being prone.
Okay. All right, so you don't have to do anything for you then. You're good. And let me roll for these other things.
I mean, when it touched him and he's living fire, did that hurt?
Yeah, that was the next question I had.
I haven't got there yet. I was running from my bad guys. So yeah, so as you run through everything, you hit several people. I'll give you a 1d6 in passing as you run
Okay.
by the thing here. So 4 points are healed. But then you immediately feel like this very bright and hot heat from something in there. And you give me a dex save. Twig. So you feel the heat immediately right in front of you, and you kind of sidestep it, kind of parkour, so to speak, off to the side, and you manage to avoid getting any kind of fire damage. So you can move
Okay.
yourself off to like one side or the other of Usul if you want. Yeah, let's roll for that.
Yeah.
So if it's even, it's going to be to the south west, or if it's odd, it's going to be right in that freaking swarm. So let me roll this for you. Oh, you're going to do it. Okay, I'm okay with that. Even, there you go. On this side then. And as you pass through that and you feel the healing surge hit you, you are no longer blind, Twig.
Oh, good. Well, sort of.
Yeah.
I have
Well,
no depth perception now.
yeah, now you can see through one eye, but you can't see.
Meanwhile, Buttercup comes charging across this way.
Oh shit. Okay, so Silith, make me a dex save at disadvantage because you're confused.
Yeah. Saving throw, dexterity. Whoop.
Okay, again, and not necessarily prone, but you're upside down as you feel Buttercup just slam into you.
Yeah,
Now
but
you're
I don't
sitting
know the
there.
difference, so it's
I
all
imagine
good.
Silith's sitting there kind of like he's in zero gravity, just sitting there spinning real slow over and over again.
But I don't know I'm spinning because I'm confused and blind.
And he will
Can't get motion
also.
sickness if you can't see nothing.
Buttercup gets 5 points of healing, and Buttercup is also no longer blind. Okay.
Not being blind and now seeing around her, she attacks one of those cobblestones by her with a claw attack.
Okay, that's it. Ooh, 17. Which one?
The one between her and Twig would be the most logical one.
Between her and Twig. Okay. Can I get to him? Hey, I can. Ooh, wow, that's a pretty good hit. The bear slams into it. I mean, you would expect to see, you know, like, normally like guts and something flying out from a normal person, but just this one just sees a few little pebble creatures kind of go flying. And actually, well, you're not blind anymore, are you? Twig, give me a perception check at disadvantage because you have one eye. And whoever else, I guess Brevon's the only one that's not blind, correct? And Sylvia, right?
Yeah, I'm not blind.
Okay, you give me a perception check as well, Sylvia.
And Usul now, too.
Nope. Try to, so you can as well.
Perception?
Yes. Oh, there's no point in you even rolling. Well, it's a perception as the elemental, not as you, right? Unless you get that as the elemental, I forget.
I do get it as myself, I believe.
Okay. All right. Well, Sylvia sees it, so I'm assuming you're probably going to pass as well once you finally roll it. All right, so you guys watch as one of those little stone things goes flying into the mass of these this ball of eyes right here, and you hear a pop. And Sylvia, you see it first, and Usul, you like watch it the whole way like in slow motion. You watch as the stone kind of rotates around. There is a little bitty eye in the bottom of it, and it pops out and joins the rest of this little swarm of eyeballs. Okay, anything else, Twig?
That's all the damage Twig and Buttercup can do this round.
So Brevin is up. He's going to will himself to stand back up. And he's not attacking. He's going to take his little healing spirit bear. And he's going to... Shit. Doesn't know where to go to. Well, he's going to move it towards Silith. So Silith, you get 1 point of healing. But you're no longer blinded.
Yay! Still very confused.
Yes, still very confused. Let me read his
The roll
thing
is
again.
upside down from your perspective.
Yeah. Now it's got to read the spell to see how far I can move it. I think it's only 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet. So let me do quick little math. So he was right here. I can go there. And then he'll go... Who else is blind? Twig is not. Dr. P was... Yes?
Tolman's still blind.
Tolman. And Dr. P was blind too, right? Can't quite get to Tolman. But he's going to backtrack over towards Dr. P as well. Or were you... No, you shot up in the air, didn't you, Dr. P? Is that correct? Oh, he says AFK for a second. You guys remember that? I think he shot straight up, correct?
He went straight up, 25 feet.
Alright, so the thing can't even reach him as well. Well, shit, there's nobody left. Well, it's going to start making its way towards Tolman, but it can't reach him. And then he's going to attack once on... Shit, the ones next to him. With his sword. Knocks a few of them off. Okay, that's it for his turn. Sylvia, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to fuck some shit up.
And Sylvia Tarasha.
So, am I in this mass of eyeballs, or it's adjacent to me?
It went up to you and engulfed you, so you're in it.
I'm inside of it. Okay. You know, this is one of those times where I really wish I chose the spicy lunch to eat, because I feel like I could just touch these eyeballs and like do damage that way. Anybody have any jalapenos we can rub in their eyes?
And some lemon juice.
That being some lemon juice, yeah.
Salt. Throw the salt.
I am going to drop down 10 feet. And if they get an attack of opportunity, let them take it.
Okay. You drop 10 feet, you feel yourself bloop, kind of come out the other side of these eyes. What are you going to do with that?
Oh, do they make an attack of opportunity or no?
You don't feel anything.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, and then from there, I'm going to let out I'm going to use. Wait, hang on. So that's guy's 40 feet. Okay, I'm gonna do the scorching. No. I don't want to friendly fire everybody. I like you guys too much. I'm going to do the same thing. Twin a firebolt at the one above me and the one and this one over here. 2
Okay.
firebolts. Boom,
Okay.
boom.
Okay.
Or not twin, but quicken spell or whatever.
Yeah, 2
You know
firebolts.
what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Abra, cadabra.
Okay, so first one's here, second one's below you, is what I understood, correct?
No, first one up, and then the other one. Like I dropped down, and I'm like,
Okay.
and then I'm like, over there.
I love the sound effects. I can see Sylvia doing that. All right, so
That's just how the wild mage does magic. It doesn't know the words. It's just like, fire.
I love it. So you plop out from the bottom of it and raise one hand up and firebolt this one above you, and you hear a bunch of sizzles and pops as this thing takes some pretty massive damage on the one above you. And then you release off to the side, kind of shooting side hip over this other one. It slams into it. Same thing, a bunch of pops and sizzles, and the whole ball of eyes are kind of shivering and shaking like it's on meth.
Yeah. Eat
Okay.
shit. Anyways.
Anything else, Sylvia?
Yeah. And I'm going to take a step to the right. So it's on me. Step right. And right now the creepy beneath me are at ground level.
Yeah, all the little rock
Correct.
things are down around all the other people that are closer to ground level, correct.
Okay, then I'm gonna shift right 5 feet. I'm gonna sort of go right over Brevin
Okay.
and just be like 30 feet above him, I guess.
Okay. All right. That's what I got up here. I'm kind of keeping track of your height right over here with this little thing. So 30 feet up. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
That's all she wrote.
Diddy's not here. And 1 second, please. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wow, I didn't realize this hides it on GM layer, even in the initiative order. I like that. You guys see anything new in the initiative?
No.
That is cool. When I roll for initiative, when they're on the GM layer, it's hidden from you guys.
That kind of
I may keep that there. So I got to do a little bit of a kind of theory, theory of the mind thing here, because Corn is not here. So if Corn was here, right now he'd be noticing, or maybe even shouting at this point, that his little ruby gem is starting to vibrate and glow. Now, for those of you that maybe weren't around when he got this gem, this little gem that he found back in, was it Injas or was it Giad? I forget. It was the same place where you got that little dragon tooth, or where Tegid got the little dragon tooth. But this little gem glows and starts to vibrate, and whenever there is a dragon within, I think it's a mile of you guys.
Oh,
So-
great.
So Corn is going to start shouting that at this point, saying there's something nearby, and you guys all look around, and even Usul, with his awesome perception, you're not going to see anything. Okay, but he does warn you guys of that. And also, along with that,
Does
You
he
guys-
warn us where?
Huh?
Where?
now, it doesn't tell him where. All the gem does is tell him there's something within a mile. I think it's either a mile or 5 miles. I forget, but I think it's a mile within their
Is it a
area.
puppy?
Is it a
I
puppy?
bet it's a puppy.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. You guys watch as 2 more of these things of eyes kind of start forming, as eyeballs start popping out of this little form over here. And they all kind of shoot out from little crevices and cracks, and they form into 2 more of these things floating towards you guys. Okay? And Dr. P, you're up.
So Dr. P's kind of wondering, could he manufacture a trap that is set to go off like when it hits the ground, kind of, sort of.
What's the trigger for the trap itself?
Things entering the area, but I mean, there's got to be something more than that because he'd get blown up every time he tried to set the trap and walk away. You know.
No, he has the expertise. He can set something up and walk away. He's not going to set it off. But once he sets it off and sets it up, walks away, anything else comes in the area, we'll set it off. And since you're in the astral plane, he'll know that he can basically set it out in thin air because it's going to sit there. It'll float, or he can try to put it someplace specific.
Okay, yeah. I mean, my idea was to send it floating towards the ground and give everyone one turn to get away. But
Okay.
if you don't think that would work, then I don't want to do it.
No, you got to set it up in somewhat of a stationary manner because if it's moving, there's a chance it could go off at any time.
Okay. He can't see anything. He hears Brevin's voice. Does he need to get closer to Brevin? Is that that's been the overwhelming
That's your call.
signal?
Brevin was yelling for you guys to come to his voice.
Yeah, so he's going to kind of do that. He's going to avoid that warmth that he feels on his bum as he goes down there. Can he do anything else while blind? Can he start tinkering with something, create like a scope?
Yeah, it'd be at disadvantage, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he'll do as he goes down.
Okay. Now, making a scope isn't necessarily something you roll for, though, right?
No, not at all. It's just a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, since it's all in your hands, and he's done it so many times, I'm not going to rule that it affects that, but you can apply that if you want to. I'll allow that.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
So you're going back down, though, right? Is what I heard?
Yeah, he's heading down towards Brevin's voice.
Okay. So
He's going to try to stay probably like, maybe he's only going to go down 20 feet, not like all the way to the ground.
Okay. Normally I make you do an intelligence check. Go ahead and do an intelligence check. See if you can determine how far 20 feet is when you're blind. Yeah, I figured you'd do good at it. So you got a pretty good idea how close he was?
Save.
Oh, the save. That's right. Give me a check.
But it's still 22. It's 18 plus 4.
Okay. Yep. That's fine. Yeah, that's good enough as well. So yeah, you can get within 10 feet of him. Okay. You don't feel anything different. Well, you wouldn't know what to expect because you haven't seen anybody or what's going on with it. Anything else you want to do with that?
Nope. Hi guys, I'm over here by Brevin.
Okay, so I think this was for you. So you're now 10 feet up. This little thing over here represents you.
He's
Okay,
10
anything
feet
else,
up?
Dr. P?
No, that's it.
Okay. Oh, did you say something, Jason?
No. it was
No.
four.
Okay, all right.
He's 10 feet up, you said?
That's what Dr. P just told me, right? You said you're about 10 feet up?
Yeah, I was going to get within like 5-10 feet of Brevin. 10
Ah.
feet's fine.
Okay, no, I'll put you at 5 if that's what you wanted because your intelligence roll is high enough. You can actually reach out and touch Brevin on his head.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, so Usul, the fire elemental.
Okay. I did a poor job of rolling again at the beginning of their turn, so I'll do a better job this time.
Okay.
But I'm going to meander back over here to the same one that paralyzed me, and I think he needs a big hug. So I'm going to give him 2.
Oh, that first one definitely. I gotta move the other way just so I can give him some damage here. So hold on. The first one definitely hits. And he's back on fire again now, so it's -9, and we'll roll D10 at the start of his turn. Give him that icon back again. I think I gave him that one.
Actually, I was looking at that also, and let's see. The elemental can enter a hostile creature's space and stop there. The first time it enters a creature's space on a turn, that creature takes 5 or 1d10 fire damage and catches fire. So
Because
just the
he's
nature
running
of
through it.
Okay.
just the nature of me walking up to it is a 1d10, and then I do the 2 attacks.
Okay. All right. So I'll take that 8 again for that one, for that first one there. I'll get that additional damage to it, and roll me one more D10 for the last time.
And it's on fire again.
Yep.
Mm.
And +9.
Ooh.
Alright, so you walk up to it and give it a big old nice fire bear hug, or whatever you want to call it, and you can just as you squeeze, you can feel the eyeballs just kind of popping and trying to squirm out of your grasp, but they're all just popping and sizzling, and it's about half of the mass as it once was, and you see the eyeballs, a few of them start to kind of spurt away, kind of getting out of the whole mass of itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Usul?
Nope, but I'll roll that again right as they start their turn.
Okay, I'm sure you will. All right, Rufus, your turn.
Well, he's next to Brevin, so he's gonna stay there, and I can't click on the one that's directly to the south of me. That one.
Okay.
I'll let him. He'll do a bite attack. So basically, he kind of backs up to Brevin, and he's facing outwards.
Mm-hmm.
Chomp.
Damn. Finds a couple more. You can hear Rufus' teeth kind of crack, almost like he's biting into maybe some eggs or something. You see a couple little pieces of pebbles and a little bit of pincer legs fall out of it. Well, if you could see. You got one eye. I'm not sure if you can see from there or not.
But,
No,
I'm still blind.
But he finds his mark. Okay. Anything else for Rufus?
No, but I'm curious, does he get another 5 points of HP back?
It's on Brevin's turn, as I recall.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Related to the attacks on the rock creatures, that's why I asked.
Mm-hmm. Because technically his little healing spirit's not even next to him anymore. It's over here.
Yeah, see, I wasn't sure if that was the healing spirit or if it was due to the attack on the rock creatures that he was getting points back. So
Dang it. I shouldn't have said anything. Okay. Okay, so that's it for Rufus. Okay, and those of you that can see will watch as this one starts to basically, all the eyeballs kind of, not explode, but they kind of all take off in opposite directions, and this thing just deteriorates, and all the eyeballs kind of scatter into little cracks and crevices all around here, and this one pretty much disappears.
And I just rolled damage for the other one.
Yep. Damn. Alright, gotta move you out of the way. And you kind of watch as the same thing. These eyeballs start kind of separating from each other, and they're all just trying to get away from this big ball of fire hug going on here. There's not very many of them left, but they do all start scattering off, and same thing, kind of disappear in little cracks and crevices all around here. And this one's going to disappear as well. Okay, and then last but not least, this guy, well, he doesn't know any better, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brevin, or Silith, you are not blind anymore, right?
I am not blind anymore.
You're just a little confused. All
I'm
right,
a little confused.
So you watch as you're spinning around in space. This thing runs up, not on you, but on those little rocks that are right next to you. And you see these eyes kind of engulf a bunch of the rocks, and you hear a pop, pop, pop. And you can't see the rocks anymore because they're inside this thing.
Like Rice Krispies.
Okay, and that is its turn. Okay. Next up, hold please. Okay, all of you guys that can see will watch this whirling wind, whirling vortex, whatever you want to call it, of smoke and ash or something, kind of appear over top of this one little island over here. And in the middle of this giant swarm, you can see some kind of a strange-looking wyvern, dragon, something appear. And as soon as it does, you guys watch as this large stream of, you're not sure if it's cold, you're not sure if it's like wind, force damage, something, just erupts from its mouth and slams right into this one and this one. And then it swoops up and puts both of them in his hands and starts chewing on one of them. And that'll be his turn.
What's happening?
Little guys. This guy, let me roll for him. Yep. You watch these things as they start to skitter a little bit, and they all start to kind of dissipate. They all separate out, and they start hiding into little cracks and crevices, and they disappear. this one. This one did the same thing. No, not that one. This one. Getting the hell out of Dodge. They start disappearing into the cracks and crevices.
The Alpha Predator has made its entrance.
This one says to hell with that. It disappears into the wall up in here. Wow, they are all failing left and right. These guys. Nope, not that one. These guys. Run, skitter, disappear into the cracks. Do I have any left? Is there another one over by Brevin? Yeah, there is. Hey, he manages to stay. He doesn't see the dragon. He has no idea what's going on. But so he's going to attack Brevin. That's all he knows how to do.
There's also one south of Rufus.
Ah, okay. Thank you for being honest. Well, those miss him. One more for the one by Rufus, and he stays as well. So if Rufus is the one by him, Rufus gets a attack. I think that's all of them. There's another one underneath the Silith. Gotta move all these guys around. Sorry. Oh yeah, one more. This one. And this one disappears.
So the first one misses with the 4. I'll take the 13.
Alrighty. And that's it for them. Toman, you're up next.
Am I still blind?
Where are you? Give me another Constitution save. Nope, you're far enough away. Your blindness drops. So no, you're no longer blinded.
Okay. Longer blinded. Let's see. So I am going to use bonus action because I see this guy here. I'm going to use a bonus action, or my bonus action, I should say, to get insightful fighting fired up, which gives me advantage automatically on the foe until I change targets. So I get sneak attack, and I'm going to fire off the crossbow. So first, the crossbow.
Okay.
Boing. 21. That's going to hit. I then get...
You're firing at this guy, right?
Damage. Yeah.
Okay.
I get sneak attack damage. Sneak attack. 27.
Damn.
And then I get Colossus damage.
Go ahead.
Another 8 points.
Son of a bitch. Just slam into it. That's all one shot?
That's off of one shot.
Okay, you guys watch as like Toman holds up and with his one good eye. Oh yeah, disadvantage, 18, but you still hit. Do I want to do disadvantage with one eye?
Well, I got advantage because I did insightful fighting. So if anything, it nullifies the.
Okay. All right. So anyway, you guys watch as he shoots his crossbow bolt, and it's almost like he shoots like a giant boulder. This thing hits it right in the center, and you see eyeballs and guts and little pieces of sinew just kind of splatter all over the place as the rest of the bolt kind of goes through and kind of tumbles out the other side of it, almost like it ripped it up like a saw. But yeah, you ripped right through this damn thing, Toman.
Yay! I did something.
Anything else, Toman?
I am, now that I can see, I will then move towards Brevin.
Okay. Actually, if you see, you'll see that this thing right here was standing right in front of you. I'm not sure if you would recognize it. So it may freak you out. Give me a wisdom check, Toman.
One wisdom check.
Because you don't have this spell, right? You don't have Healing Spirit, do you?
No, sir.
Okay.
And no, I have no idea what it is.
Okay. So you go towards Brevin, and he's kind of looking around. He's still got a little bit of a cobble, those little rock things kind of crawling over him a little bit. And you see that another big thing of eyeballs you just shot still standing there, but it's looking pretty bad. It's shuddering there. Okay. Anything else for you, Toman?
Nope, that's all 3 for me.
Okay. Silith. This is what? Last round?
No, one more after this.
I bet you've been enjoying this one, haven't you?
And an 8
Let's
is
hope he doesn't hit the dragon.
use an action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature.
Alright, so
What do I
you got
got?
1, 2, 3, 4. Is there something underneath Rufus? Yeah, 5, 6. Roll me a
That
d6.
includes friendlies.
Yeah, I know. I counted 6. If there's more than that, then okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's going to be on Brevin.
Swing, swing, swing. Oh, wrong place. This one.
Ugh! Brevin's trying to get these things off of him, and you crack him across the shoulder. He's like, what? What the? Silith?
No idea. No idea what's going on. Could be anything.
Oh, look at the pretty rocks. Okay, that's it for Silith. Twig.
Twig's kind of confused and has lost depth perception. He calls Buttercup to him and then switches to his bow and readies an action on anything that might come toward him that looks dangerous to shoot.
Okay. What do you consider looks dangerous?
Anything that looks like it might bite him or swarm him that's covered with eyes.
Okay. So anything that comes at you aggressively. That's what I'm interpreting. Okay. All right. That'll be good for Silith if he's still confused next round.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right. That's it for your turn then? You and Buttercup?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So Brevin and Twig, you're not blind, right? Only person that's blind right now is Dr. P. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Now, how did they get unblind? Because I want to be unblind.
I can't tell you how you get unblind. All right, so Brevin is up.
No, because he just ran through stuff and suddenly he could see.
All right, so Brevin is up. He's surrounded by these things. Tolman ran away from him. Ran away from his thing. How far can he get? Because Dr. P is the only one left. And you're 10 feet in the air, right, Dr. P?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he can get to it. All right, so you watch as this... Well, you don't watch. Everyone else watches. As this little ethereal cub kind of goes up in the air and it runs next to you, Dr. P. And Dr. P, you'll get 3 points of hit points back, and you're no longer blinded.
Excellent.
And then Brevin's going to take a step back, if he can. And he'll attack this swarm that was all around him, or is still all around him. And misses. Because it's with a short sword, not with a bow. That's it for his turn. Sylvia, you're up. Sylvia, are you still there? Scrolling up, did she say, or he say?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to firebolt this this mass of eyes.
Why do you want to do that? They just want to be friends.
With your eye.
Very close friends.
I guess we don't see eye to eye about what friendship means.
Oh, man, that's a dad joke. I like that. That's what my kids are calling a dad joke.
Oh, son of a bitch. And with that terrible shot, I sort of like move over here in shame. Still at the same height.
Yeah, you get disoriented with the fact that you're not standing on solid ground and you're not on your broom or anything, and you kind of let go of the firebolt thinking, being too confident, and it goes wide. Misses badly. Okay, and that's it for Sylvia's turn. Okay, Diddy's not here. Dr. P, you can see!
I can see! Alright, so I can see. I got that scope on my crossbow, and I'm just looking around for any enemies still lingering. I see the rock things, and I see the eye thing. I think I'm gonna... The arrows don't seem effective on either of those. Am I correct in my assumption?
That's the general feel you get every time you shoot it. I mean, it hits a few of them. It's a swarm of these little writhing little eyeballs and swarm of these little bitty rocks. So, metagame wise, it's a swarm.
Do I see anything else?
Well, you obviously see this big giant dragon over here munching on one of those eyeball, sacks.
I like him already. Oh, friendly. There's some more over here to eat. I'm gonna fire off some 2 arrows at that eyeball creature. Like, what is that? Like 10 feet away?
Yeah. Let's see it. Ugh. Find your mark. What's that extra? Oh, it's -5. Subtract 3 from the above hit roll. Oh, in that case, it misses.
So it'd be like an 11 to hit, but it does 19 damage.
Yeah. You shoot it, and you see the eyeballs. They're kind of twitching already, like someone on meth. And they all look at you, and they all kind of separate at the last second. And your bolt goes right through the center of them. It misses everything.
That's a bummer. All right, 2 misses.
Okay. All right. So that's it for Dr. P. You gonna move? Or you gonna stay there?
I'm gonna get the hell away from that eye creature.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself. Okay.
Stay near Brevin.
All right. Yeah, on his turn, he'll get that. Okay, Usul, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and scream as best I can and point to the dragon, and then make a waving motion to the portal or the gate there, like in a "let's hurry this the fuck up" motion.
Isn't the gate not active?
Right. No, I'm trying to get Brevin's attention as much as anybody else's.
As a fire elemental, right? You basically you're talking, and what's the language that fire elementals do? It's like Ingot or something like that, or Tauren.
Is it IGNAN?
Yeah, Ignan.
Yeah, and that's why I was trying to just scream and go, "Hey, let's get this fucking show on the road." I'd rather not play with that dragon.
Does anybody here speak Ignan?
Pretty sure it's a hard no.
Does it
Yeah,
sound
I don't
like
think
dwarf?
so. It sounds like Dwarvish. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going for the hand, the
Yep.
hand signs.
So, tell you what, anyone else can give me how do I want to do this? Hand signs. So a wisdom check at disadvantage to try to interpret what the fire elemental is trying to tell you guys.
No, Twig's too busy looking at the dragon.
Silith, you there? Okay. Well, there's Sylvia's
Sorry?
roll.
No, I don't understand it. Wait.
Don't understand it. Okay, that's your call if you don't want to roll. No, I won't do
Still
for
still
Brevin.
confused.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He is still
I
confused.
was like, I thought I was. Sorry, I didn't realize you were.
All right, Usul. When it comes to their turns, we'll see if they understand what you're trying to say.
All right.
Okay, Rufus, you're up.
Okay, I still have. Oh, where did Rufus go? I don't see him on the board.
He's upside down under Toman.
Oh, he's under me. Okay. Oh, I see him. Yeah, never mind. So he will take a bite at this one again.
Okay.
Same when he hit last time. Seems to be on a roll. And San Chomp. Oh, misses this time.
Misses badly. He's he's upside down trying to bite something.
Right.
He's just chasing his tail.
Yeah. And that's it.
All right. That's it for him. Next turn up, this guy. You see all the eyeballs almost simultaneously turn and look in this direction. And then they just split. The whole thing just dissipates, and you see eyeballs going everywhere in every crevice. And this one's going to disappear. Okay, that's it for his turn. Next up, you guys watch as this thing, again, this vortex of whatever it is constantly swirling around this dragon here. It's holding this one in its hand. This one is just kind of floating there dead, but it's floating next to him. And he kind of slowly makes his way over towards you guys as it's chewing on one of them. Got one of them in its hand. He'll leave this one off to its side. Hello there. What kind of creatures are trying to go to limbo, as I can tell? And he kind of looks over all of you guys individually. You can feel each one of you guys as his eyes look at you. You almost feel like it's piercing through your brain at this point. But it doesn't look threatening. It's just kind of casually holding this destroyed ball of eyeballs in one hand as it's kind of picking it up and chewing and ripping it into his jaws. And you guys see he's got these little glowing spots all over his body. One big one in his chest, a couple in his hand. Even his wings have these little spots of almost like glowing dots all over it. But it's a very strange looking dragon. But it is gargantuan.
His hand over his eye and goes, "Wounded ones."
Interesting. Alright, so that's it for him because we still got 2 copies. You know what? Screw it. These guys are going to do the exact same thing. They're splitting. They're getting the hell out of Dodge. Alright, so we're out of initiative. So whoever...
Still confused.
Nope, you're no longer confused. It wears off as well. As you're circling around, you come to this giant dragon is sitting in front of you, chewing on a ball of eyeballs.
Alright, so good, because I was really concerned the last one would be like, hey, move straight towards the dragon. That was a distinct possibility.
Alright, out of initiative, guys, so however you guys want to handle this, as the dragon's kind of just sitting there, floating, chewing on a ball of eyeballs.
Hey, I speak Draconic.
He was speaking to you guys in common, but if you say something in Draconic, he may respond. It's up to you.
What exactly did he say to us? I might have missed that. I did definitely miss
He
that.
said something along the lines of, looks like there's some folks here wanting to go to limbo.
Is that like friendly, or did that seem like we look like snacks?
Give me an insight check.
I don't know why I rolled just... Oh, right there. 25.
Okay. Do you want me to say it out loud or me whisper it to you?
Go ahead and whisper it to.
Okay. I'm going to do it in chat.
Sure. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to him in Draconic. I'll just whisper you.
What are the rest of you guys doing while Scylla starts to speak in a language? I'm not sure if anybody else speaks Draconic. I'm also curious if Scylla is still like upside down while he's talking.
I'm going to be creating
Scylla is-
myself a bandage to go around my head and cover my empty eye socket.
Okay.
You should probably make 2. Twig needs 1.
Twig's already on it.
You see him, the head turns towards Scylla as he's talking to him and kind of tilts to one side. And I guess I'll whisper this back. So, guys, go ahead and tell me what else you're doing while Scylla and I have a whisper fest.
Sneaky whispers.
Again, anybody else here speak Draconic?
Actually, yes.
Ooh.
Who does?
Twig does.
Okay. So for this, I'm going to switch you guys over to the private chat room here real quick.
Okay.
If you guys do something else, put it in chat because I won't be able to hear you. But let me know what else you guys are doing during this, okay? Alright, so switch over to Discord. Oh yeah, I gotta move you.
Yeah, I moved.
Alright, guys. Alright, so to backtrack, Sylith asked him in Draconic, he says, basically, thank you for saving us, Mighty One. What can we call you? And the dragon kind of tilts his head and looks at him a little bit. Says, I'm not aware I saved you just yet. But I'm not sure if I'm willing to share the name of one so mighty with someone so small.
Scylla's gonna be like nodding his head almost like a parrot, like, oh, completely understandable. Someone as great as you probably wouldn't even be interested in little ones like us.
You're trying to persuade him, aren't you?
Oh, hell yeah.
what I thought. So go ahead and roll it if you want. You can either whisper
you
it to me, or you can put it out in the open. It's up to you.
No one knows what I'm doing, so let's just roll a persuasion. Actually, I've been talking to him for how long have I been talking to him?
Oh, this just started. It's like 20, 30 seconds is it.
20, 30 seconds?
Yeah. You gonna stall?
I'll stall for a second before I actually persuade him.
That's fine.
My persuasion is a very nice long, obviously someone as great as you doesn't really need to worry about us little creatures. I mean, those things are just a snack to you, and you could obviously see how much difficulty we were having, so a great, benevolent, kind being as yourself took it upon yourself to save us, and we greatly respect and appreciate that. We're so thankful for you saving us like that. Even if it wasn't your intention, we obviously know that a being like yourself to take your precious time and use it to...
Yeah, a couple of times during this conversation, you see his eyes roll, and he kind of takes another bite out of the ball of eyeballs, reaches back and grabs the other ball.
Yeah, and then I'm like...
in the middle of it, Twig just starts talking to Draconic and says, yeah, he talks too much.
Hey,
thanks for helping out.
Sylph's just gonna be like, and we're really thankful that you're that you saved us, and we'll just be on our way. And I'm just gonna roll persuasion, which actually doubles my bonus if I'm talking for more than a minute, so it's plus 14, not plus 7. So it's actually a 28.
Okay, so you're basically trying to persuade him to not attack you. Is that what I'm understanding?
To let us just go. Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's a 28.
I know, but you don't know what his insight is. Okay, so the 28 is what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So he kind of continues kind of chewing on one of the balls of eyeballs, and you see him kind of take one of his claws, and he kind of picks his teeth a little bit and pulls one little eyeball out that's kind of squished, and he sticks it back in his mouth and sucks it off his fang. He says, I've already had my meal. Well, I've had a snack. So why don't you give me a reason not to eat you other than just talking me to death?
So it's like almost visibly sweating now.
All right, I almost feel like the other part of the group should be part of this, but it's up to you guys if you want me to include them or not.
Well, I don't know if maybe they can if they understood his part, but they wouldn't understand what I'm saying if he's not speaking Draconic.
Right. It's up to you.
No, I'm still going in Draconic.
Okay. All right.
So it's gonna be like his defining reason right now is definitely gonna be because I'm Dragonkin and we're kind of related. That'd be like eating another dragon. It's Draconic cannibalism. That's what it is.
All right, one second. I'm gonna switch back into the regular one to kind of give them a play-by-play of what they're seeing, not necessarily hearing, and then we'll jump back in there. Is that okay?
Okay.
Silk is now sweating profusely.
Okay, you can share that if you want. All right, so a quick little update for those of you watching this exchange. Silith is talking long. He's taking a very long time to kind of say all these words that most of you guys don't understand. Oh, did I gotta move Silith back? Silith, you gonna join us in regular chat?
Bing, I bounced.
So, Silith is having this very long conversation. It goes on for like a couple minutes of on and on and on, all these different draconic inflections and stuff, and you guys watch as the dragon just continues to kind of chew on one of the balls of the eyeballs and kind of rolls his eyes a couple times, reaches back, grabs the other ball of eyeball, starts chewing on it. And he says a few things back to him, also in a language you guys don't understand. And you guys see as Silith, is it visible what you're doing? What you said you were doing?
Sweating?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sweating profusely.
And Twig, what are you doing during this conversation?
And Twig's just kind of shaking his head and trying to goad Silith on, like in Draconic. You know, hurry up, he's getting tired.
Okay. Any other guys want to react to this before I go back and have more conversation with him?
Sexual favors is
Nothing?
I'm just being quiet and trying to assess the situation while I bandage my face.
Okay.
Hiding behind Brevin. Stay near Brevin, they said.
All right, so I'll chime in here. So while you guys are doing this, Brevin will kind of huddle you guys together a little bit, except for Silith and Twig, because they're having a conversation with the dragon. And Brevin will share with you guys that he knows who this is, and we just need to be careful. He said he's not really a threat, but he could easily squash us like a bug. And again, this is everybody except for Silith and Twigs. I'm assuming both of you guys over having the conversation, or at least listen in. And he'll share with you guys that crap. What is his name? I gotta look it up. Sorry. I think it's something weird like Xerxes. Xerxes is his name, and he is one of the very, very rare dragons of the void. He says, and she. And he says that all she really cares about really is knowledge. So if we have anything that we think the dragon may not know about or may be interested in, that we need to offer that up, because that's really the only thing that she cares about. Okay? So do you guys want to react to that at all before I go back and switch back to my conversation with the dragon and Silith and Draconic?
Does the dragon know true love?
Are you asking Brevin this?
The love of a family? No, I guess.
Okay, you're not at... I'm just asking, are you asking Brevin this, or are you asking the dragon, or how are you going about this?
Oh, man. Gosh. Well, I guess I sort of go to the dragon and I go, geez, it must be lonely being one of the last of your kind. Do you know the true feeling of friendship and support and family? Because we can provide that to you.
You saying this in common?
Yeah, because I assume since it spoke to me, it knows.
Okay.
It might not, but
He kind of looks over Silith, who is still talking to him, and kind of nods in your direction. Says, "What do I need with other companionship? I live in the void. The void is my home. I need no companionship." And he bites into the ball of eyeballs again and goes back to kind of looking down at Silith somewhat disheartedly.
Disheartening?
My lady.
You saying this in common?
In Draconic.
In Draconic. Okay, you want me to switch back, or are you cool with everyone else hears
No,
this?
That's fine.
Okay.
My lady, what occupies your time as you travel? Do you seek information or just experience in this world?
Kind of sighs real heavily, spits out like a little piece of an eyeball off one side. Says, "There's no time here. I'm not even sure what time is anymore. But I do. If you have something useful information-wise, that might pique my interest. But it's been a long time since someone as small as you has offered anything worthy."
What if I was to provide you a way to expand your own knowledge?
See, one eyebrow kind of raises up a little bit. Says, "Well, I'd say I'd probably be interested, but I am doubtful that you can provide anything as such."
Twig brushes back his hood, and for the first time you all notice this circlet going around his head. He goes, "This item that I wear, it enhances one's ability to understand things. Would that be of value to you?"
He kind of chuckles a little bit. I've seen plenty of those in my time. A helm of intellect. That's for small folk. That would do nothing for me. I'm beyond what that thing can do for you. Kind of moves up a little bit closer, holding the one I'm in his hand still. Says, how about the rest of you? Anybody have anything of value that I might find interesting?
Hmm.
Silith's like clutching his gems.
Like, you doing this discreetly, or you like just freaking out and like grabbing everything?
Discreetly, like, like I got this nice little like necklace on and stuff, and I'm just gonna like kind of tuck it in my robe.
give me a sleight of hand, Silith.
Oh, come on.
You brought it up. Oh.
Oh wow.
Huh. How about that? He kind of looks down at you, Silith, as you're slowly putting the hand underneath your shirt.
Oh god, I look like a pervert.
On the top, not the bottom side. He's like, what are you trying to hide?
So it's like, nothing, I just have an itch, and he's just gonna scratch himself.
He reaches down with one big hand towards you, Silith, like he's trying to grab you. Are you going to try to get away from him?
Hold on, let me take a look at the spell. How long does it take to... Instantaneous! Perfect!
Instantaneous pervert? Is that what you said?
No.
That's what it sounded like.
The cast time is instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, hold on, I need to read. What plane are we in right now?
Astral.
What's the difference between the astral and ethereal?
Shit, that's a good question.
I was like, are they this? I thought they're not the same. Are they?
I have to look it up.
Ethereal, like the dream state of the material plane, and astral is like the space between planes.
Yep. Good definition. I'll take that.
Okay. But this thing's of the void, so it's probably not a good idea to try and yeah. So it's gonna like still upside down, he's gonna like kind of like float away backward.
Oh, so you're trying to get away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Give me a acrobatics check, please.
Cool. Check.
Check. Not a save, just a check.
Core.
Okay, I'll do this one out in the open for you.
Still gonna hide behind the dog.
Oh, how about that? He's not that good at it. Oh, he's really bad at it. Reaches out a hand, you kind of slowly float away. Says, "Oh,
I'm not worth the effort."
Come on, little
You spelled
dragon.
The wrong hand. It was the one without the eyeballs in it.
Come on, little dragon. Show me what you've got. He's holding that one hand in front of you, Silith.
Silith's gonna pull out his shiny necklace with his holy symbol on it.
Okay.
And it's all like a gold coin, and it's all shiny, and there's like gems on the chain.
Oh, this is your Time Aura thing?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the holy symbol.
So you take it off, or you just kind of hold it up so you can see it?
I just kind of showed it.
Okay. Okay, he moves forward again. Right up in front of you.
Moves backwards again.
Alright, and as soon as you move back,
Like,
you guys
it's
all...
maintain eye contact when you're that close.
Yep, so when you guys move back, you guys all... You don't necessarily hear it. You feel the dragon growl as Silith moves back. And at that, he kind of... His chest pumps up. Says, "Do not back away from me again. Give it to me now, or you will all die."
Silith's looking at the measurements. Silith's looking at the measurements.
Silith
sorry,
needs to
Dr.
give me a
T.
wisdom check.
Sylvia needs to give you a wisdom check?
No, Silith does.
Oh.
And Brevin is also freaking out at this point, telling you, Silith, says, Silith, it's just a necklace, Silith.
Oh, God. Silith's
I'll
wisdom
buy
check?
you a new one. Give it to her.
What are you doing, Silith?
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Silith doesn't want to stay here anymore. Oh, God. Silith is really bad at this. This is what Silith would do. Silith's going to try and save everyone. Are we ready? Remember that spell I saved, Brian?
Yep.
Within 5 feet of me. So I'm very sorry, Professor P. Everybody returns to the bar. We can drink this off.
How many people can you take?
5.
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5,
Twig,
6, 7,
Usul,
8.
Within range of 5 feet.
Yep.
He's
He's
not
gonna
there.
be in range
He's
of
not
them.
there.
And is it willing creatures, or is it just people you choose?
They gotta be willing.
Okay. All right, so let me read this one. You get final. Instantly teleport to a previous destination.
Also, Scylla can't give up the symbol of his god. That would kind of be like, that's kind of bad for a cleric, you know?
Yep, I get it. I totally get it, man. All right, so you guys watch as Scylla does this instant spell, and you guys feel this little wave of energy go around all of you guys,
Does
and the
anyone
dragon
resist?
starts to kind of roar a little bit. Doesn't attack, but it roars as it recognizes what Scylla is about to do. How many of you guys
Wrap
are
my
going
hands
to...
around Rufus and hold on tight.
What's the range of the spell?
Within you and 5 willing creatures within 5 feet of me.
The Twig and Buttercup's out of that.
Yep. I'm going to rule Twig, Buttercup, Brevin, and Dr. P are out of that. And the bag of rats.
Actually, Tolman might be out of it. He might get Rufus and not me.
I say, you guys are all...
I can't wait till you appear in a bar with the fire elemental.
No, I'm okay with Tolman. Tolman's close enough, but Dr. P, Brevin, Twig, and Buttercup are all out of that range.
Holy crap.
So, whoever is willing, just move yourself down here for right now.
Sylvia, Toman, Rufus, Asul.
Nobody's going to Scylla.
Actually, Rufus wouldn't know better to refuse, so Rufus is going to go, but Tolman's going to be like, no, we can't leave him behind. We can't leave him behind.
Well, you don't know that we're leaving them
Well,
behind, actually.
I'm
I
10
wouldn't
feet
know
up
that.
in the air.
No,
so-
you wouldn't know. You just you'd basically feel the spell acting on you, and you know it's me casting it. You don't know what it does.
Oh, okay, then, yeah, if I didn't realize they were being left behind, I would let it go.
Okay. That's right. Sylvia was up in the air, too, right? So she's out of range.
You guys are. Oh, I don't. There's no 3D on this. I was like these. When I was moving back, I was like strategically positioning myself when I was moving back. That's why I said I was going like this and like.
Yeah, but Tolman was still down towards the ground. So it's
Yeah,
your
there's
call.
no
Would you have
3D.
moved up? I ruled you could have got Sylvia and Usul within each other, or Tolman and Usul, but not all three of them.
Toman, Asul, and Rufus.
Okay.
Sorry.
Usul, are you going?
I would have accepted the spell's effects as well.
Okay. So go and move yourself down here then.
Now, was he saying, like, sorry, Dr. P, like the whole time he's casting the spell?
Probably.
Oh, he's just waving goodbye.
What's that one? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So long, and thanks for all the fish.
I'm actually kind of surprised Sylith even chose Toman. He doesn't like gnomes. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't pick everybody except for the gnomes and leave them here. Alright, so we'll pick up with Toman, Sylith, and Usul in a minute. Let's now get back to the scene we have here. So you guys watch as Sylith, reaches out a hand and touches them maybe or something like that? Or just
Nope.
weaves
Just
magic?
something
And he, Toman, Rufus, and the fire elemental Usul just pop. They disappear. And the dragon roars. Says, "What is wrong with him?"
In Draconic Twig goes, he's stupid.
So dragon just kind of takes one hand, rubs against his forehead. Says, "Whatever. Okay, so who else here has something? And don't try to disappear."
Well, I can't do that. I'm only a gnome, so. Dr. P's quite good with machines.
I have this pretty cool horn. It makes no sound to everyone around except for the person you want it to make sound for. Really great for pranking people.
He'll get a little chuckle out of that. So roll me a persuasion check, Dr. P. Well, let's see if I roll a 1.
Persuasive.
Nope, I didn't roll a 1. He kind of just puts his claw up to his forehead and kind of scratches his forehead back and forth a little bit. No, I'm not in the mood to play any pranks right now. Your friend, on the other hand, I believe that's what he's good at. He looks down at Brevin, and Brevin just kind of holding up one hand. Says, I know Xerxes. And he kind of keeps his head bowed. So Xerxes not even looking at the dragon in the face at this point. Says, we'll find something for you. Just let us pass. Our friends that disappeared, they didn't know any better. They meant no disrespect. Just give us a second. We'll find something. I got to roll persuasion for Braven, which is not probably one of his. Well, he might be decent at it. Nope. Oh, I wrote it to myself. Let me roll it out in the open so everyone can see it. Since that first one was so awesome. Hey, look at me. Hey.
This guy has a terrible insight.
Dragon kind of turns to Brevin a little bit. Says, Brevin, I've seen you here before. I haven't asked anything of you as of yet. I've let you go on your way. But your friend here has angered me. So yes, there will be penance to pay.
I have a plan.
You're saying this out loud?
Yes. I have a potion here that if you drink it will put you right back with my friend.
Roll a persuasion, Dr. P. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Dr. P, that might not.
You just persuaded a dragon to go back. Holy.
Oh, I gotta look this up here.
You tell me I can't persuade the dragon with a 28, but he can persuade it with a 17? With advantage?
Oh, shit. He's like, really?
Oh, God.
That will transport me where, exactly?
Oh.
Back to the prime material plane, if I'm not mistaken.
He holds out one hand to Dr. P.
Yeah.
You give it to him? Or her?
I'll give it to him. I say, but first, there is a small favor that if I can ask of you. I think if I
Dr.
give
P,
this
Dr.
to
P,
you,
don't
I will
live
be
it.
trapped in this plane. If you could provide assistance when the time comes, that would be most helpful.
He kind of looks confused at your request. You want my assistance how?
Well, should I be trapped floating around in here again and you see me, if there's any way that you could help me find my way home, that would be excellent.
He already has a potion in his hand, right?
Yeah, I give her the potion.
Okay. She looks at you, doesn't really respond, then she holds up the potion. This is a tiny thing, right? This little vial, the return potion you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a grain of sand in her hand. That's how small it is.
A little dabble, do you?
And she holds it up to her eye, and she's kind of looking at it. And everyone give me a perception check. Dr. P, Sylvia, Twig. I'll even have Brevin do it.
Not Toman, not Asul.
Right. Anyone who's there.
I just want to point out one quick thing. That potion actually leads back to where Jadel is. We're in the bar.
Which bar?
What was the name of the one? The gambling one.
The Cavers Guild?
That's the one.
Okay. All right.
Because that's where the Shrine of Timora was
Okay.
for the gamblers.
All right, so Sylvia and Brevin both notice as he's looking at this tiny little thing in his fingertips up next to his eye, it just blip, it disappears. And it looks back down at Dr. P. It says, that was such a tiny gift. I'm not sure that was enough. And he looks over towards Twig.
My lady, I'm afraid I'm only a traveler. I don't have more than the band I've already offered, but you're welcome to that. Or my life, if we'll guarantee passage for these people.
You see, she kind of sighs a little bit, looks at you, looks at the bear, looks back over to Dr. P. All such small, insignificant things. How about you? And he looks over at Sylvia.
Empty your pocket, Sylvia. Ooh, I'm just saying, there's a tiny little thing in there.
Well, I do have some things. Do you need a boat?
His head kind of goes back a little bit.
What do you do with the boat?
Let's out a laugh.
Play with it in the bathtub?
A boat, you say?
Portable treasure chest, you mean?
Yes, a boat. Well, I guess it's a craft in space. Space.
So, Dr. P, did you say that out loud? About an invisible chest or something like that? What'd you say?
You could tie it to yourself and bring your treasure with you everywhere you go.
That actually, it appears to pique his interest. Or her interest. I keep saying he. It's a female. And she hears you say something, that Dr. P, and she looks over at you a little bit. Says, did you say an invisible chest?
No, it's quite visible. It's simply a boat. But you could put things inside the boat and take them with you. It'd be wonderful.
I stop him and I say, by that definition, anything's a chest. A cup, a bowl, a spoon. Have you never seen a chest?
I'm just saying you can put treasure in this device and it won't fall out. It can be carried around with you.
It's a boat.
Dragon moves up closer, gets right in front of all you guys, and kind of sits down cross-legged with all of you guys within like 5 feet of it. Its legs crossed, kind of crosses its arms a little bit. Says, show me this invisible chest.
Oh, God.
It's been great, guys.
I look to Dr. P. And I say, "Use the chest. I don't have a chest. I have a boat."
The little man said invisible chest.
Oh, God.
I didn't say invisible. I promise. It's a small boat that grows into a bigger boat.
So it's an invisible chest that grows bigger. Now I'm really interested. Show me this invisible boat chest. Now!
I pull out the little boat. And I say, see?
So you show him the little boat?
I'm showing him the little boat.
Okay, and just as it is, right?
As it is.
Okay, he leans down over top of you. I'm assuming you got it in your hand or something. And he kind of sniffs.
Yeah, I'm holding it out.
And one eye kind of looks up at you as his nose is right above the boat. And then you feel this hot breath just breathe right over your hand into that boat. And the force of it kind of knocks your hand a little bit. It doesn't burn you. Doesn't knock the boat out. But you kind of get the sense that he's a little pissed off. It's like, that's not a chest.
He also is an idiot. Pointing at Dr. P.
Please excuse my friend. He's a bit, I lean in and I say, touched in the head, if you know what I mean. Very gifted when it comes to mechanics. But everything else, touched in the head. But,
yes. I'm about to touch some people in the head. Yes.
Well, hang on. I suppose that if that doesn't please you, I do have this, and I take the amulet I'm wearing, the one that has spell.
Amulet of spell storing?
Well, hey, hang on. I'm just thinking. I go, well, I have this staff.
What staff is this?
And I hold out the Hang on. You know what? No, I'm gonna offer up the amulet.
Sylvia's like rummaging through her pockets and stuff. I got like a lint, some gum, maybe a hair.
I got this scrunchie. I think it would look very good holding back your scales. But I offer her. I hold out the amulet and I say, this amulet I've charged with some spells. Not that your spells aren't great, but you can use it when you need to cast a spell. And you can't cast any more spells because you've used up your spells.
I don't think dragons have that.
What spell do you have in it?
Fireball and a mage armor.
Interesting. He holds out his hand, or she holds out her hand, which is 4 times the size of your body.
And I say, well, if I give this to you, what guarantees do I have that you're not just gonna flip it away like you did with the potion and demand more?
He kind of chuckles.
Sorry, but I come from a very humble merchant background, and
Yeah, he nods his head up and down. He's kind of chuckling. He looks over at Brevin, looks back at you, and says, "You don't have any assurances."
Well, I guess if you want to look at it, I suppose you can. But sorry, the invisible chest didn't work out. My colleague here is a bit slow, and I sort of hold it out and glare at Dr. P.
So you put the amulet in his hand, or her hand?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. She closes her
I'm
hand
not
up.
going to try any fancy bait and switch or anything, but,
Okay. She closes her hand up really quick.
I'm an honorable party member here.
She's not even listening to you anymore. She pulls it up next to her face. Got it kind of the I guess the necklace portion wrapped around one small fang. She's kind of dangling over her eyes, and you see her eyes kind of glitter a little bit, and you almost see like the gem itself kind of glitter or glow as well. And she nods her head.
The gem inside the
Your amulet. In your amulet, yeah. Kind of nods her head. This will do nicely. I like this. This will.
Well, so did I. It's very nice.
He kind of looks down at you again and kind of breathes out through his nose a little bit. And you guys watch as the amulet, poop, it disappears. Says, all right, that was a good trade. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes, but can I ask that if you do decide to get bored of it, it doesn't match your current fashion, could you please return it to me? When you're done with it, of course. It no longer interests you.
I'll consider that. And he kind of lays back down onto the slab where you guys are. He's kind of getting relaxed, puts his feet back a little bit, kind of leans his head on one arm, kind of elbow down on the ground, almost like he's posing for like a magazine or something, getting comfortable. Says, all right, you've given me something. Now tell me, what can I do for you? I can make a fair trade. Maybe.
Oh, there's so many things. Wait, what are the limits of? Well, no, I don't say that. Hang on. I sort of look to the party, and I'm like, I guess I get my sense of obligation. Like I have to ask, like, oh well, we're traveling to this plane. Ideally, you could wipe out the slotty in the ethereal or the realm we're from that are trying to invade, because they're pretty much a bunch of assholes trying to make everything cold. But I mean, we can go start doing stuff we have to do in the chaos plane, and we might need some. I look to Brevin. I'm like, help me out here, man.
Brevin, he's got his eyes down. Still, he's still not looking at the dragon in the eyes. Says, yeah, just you're doing fine. Just stop talking. It's like let's work out a trade. He said he would. She said she would give us something. What? ask for too much. He kind of whispers to you.
And I say,
Can I have that potion back?
You say that out loud? Was that a yes?
I literally shove my hand in his mouth. I just like reach over and like just shove my fist in his mouth, and so all that comes out is like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I'm gonna stand by my question. Did you say that out loud, Dr. P?
I will allow Sylvia's hand to penetrate my mouth orifice.
Okay, give me an acrobatics, Sylvia, to see if you can get your hand over his mouth before it comes out.
Okay. Hang on 1 second here. Acrobatics. No, that's definitely not my. Fuck. Oh!
Yes.
So almost like you intuitively know that Dr. P is going to say something stupid. Before he gets the words out, you almost slap him in the face as your hand gets there so quick.
No, I'm definitely not slapping. I'm definitely aiming to put my hand in his mouth hole.
Okay, yeah.
Remember, he's a no.
Well, you're successful.
So while that's going on, Twig's like, if you would merely allow us to go about our business, we are trying to save our homes.
What is your business?
Well, we have to. Just quick, let's cut out bad. She goes, well, we gotta go kill some people.
Sounds interesting. Tell me more.
You could come with us if you would like.
Kind of shrugs.
But we have to go from this plane to another plane, and I think a couple others to do some things to stop them from getting to our plane.
Yeah, you're going to Limbo, right? He kind of points towards the portal behind you guys. I can figure that much out. But you're being somewhat reserved with your information here. Tell me, why are you going to Limbo?
Have you heard of the Slotty?
Kind of laughs. Of course I've heard of the Slotty. They're quite tasty.
Oh, well, that's the people we gotta go kill.
You're going to kill all of them? He says that's
Well,
kind of like sarcastically.
Well, probably not all of them, my lady, but enough to stop them.
For you to eat later. Don't worry.
Probably not all of them, but we do need to stop them from invading our homes.
Interesting.
One of them bit my bear.
He looks over at the bear. That's not a bad idea. Mind if I?
Yeah, I kind of do. Sorry.
Kind of sighs. Well, he doesn't look that tasty anyway. Besides, I'm kind of full. But interesting you should say that about the whole Slotty thing. You know that, well, you're going to Limbo, the home of chaos, if that's what they like to call it. Been noticing a influx of those little boogers coming in and out of there, more so than recent. I never thought much about it, but evidently it's causing problems for you guys.
Just a little.
I felt this. I've been feeling this disturbance in the balance between chaos and law. Normally don't pay much mind to it, but like I said, I can feel something afoot. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with it or not, but again, I've been seeing this surge of these chaotic travelers within the astral plane. But again, I pay no mind to that. I've been here before these portals, and I'll be here after them. So, not sure if there's anything I can do to really help you with that.
Well, I believe the balance that you speak of as we're being off is we're trying to restore that, if that is of use to you.
And what have you heard of this imbalance?
Just what you spoke of now.
So, I gotta ask some questions out of character, because I can't remember if the conversation has happened or not. And this is really catered towards Usul first. Usul, would you have had any more detailed conversation with anybody in the party about your ultimate goal, or is that still kept within you?
No conversations with anyone.
Okay,
That's all on me.
Because you did have a conversation, I think, with Jodell. I know at least with Jodell because you were asking him about the tree, correct?
Yes.
But that was just with Jodell, and he was the only one, right?
And we discussed it briefly with the group because I remember Quarren was giving me the 5th degree, but after that, no more conversations.
That's right. Oh yeah, it was Diddy that was coming up with all the different conspiracy theories about the tree and how it's dying or whatever. And I think Twig or Dr. P told about the stories about before how someone tried to mark the rune or something on the tree.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I want Sylvia, Dr. P, and Twig give me a wisdom or a history check to see if you can use that to any advantage with this conversation.
History or
shit, what did I say? History or
Wisdom.
Yep.
Would it forgo my advantage?
Oh my God.
Professor P.
Really? I have a +8. I have a +8.
Critical fail.
Yeah, Professor P has +12. All right, so Professor P and Sylvia.
So it's actually only +8 unless it's related to magical, technological, and alchemical. So it'd be like a 28 or a 32.
Oh darn, only a 28. So regardless, Professor P and Sylvia, as Xerxes is having this, saying this thing about the balance between, chaos and law. You guys recall the conversation that Diddy was having about the whole Tree of Life and how that was potentially something to do with this whole balance thing, and if the tree was sick, or he went through 5 different conspiracy theories. I'm not sure I can get them all right, but that triggers your instinct to maybe ask more of this dragon from that conversation. So whether or not you do or not is up to you.
Sylvia, you might want to remove your hand. He has been known to bite.
I pull out my hand and do flick it, and just all the slobber, I'm sure, just whips off my hand into various directions that I flicked it, just sort of spinning off into space.
Oh God.
Oh
God.
Away from the dragon, I hope.
Is that true?
I don't know. Yeah, I do that. I don't know if it goes towards the dragon. I'm just trying to probably not. I don't know where the dragon's lounging like a centerfold model, so I just whip it.
As you do that, the slobbered spittle just kind of, splatter all over the place. There's no gravity here. The dragon's still sitting there with his head leaning on one arm, elbow, on the stone. It watches as the little crystals of spittle and stuff kind of fly up there, and one wing just kind of weeps up really quick and kind of covers all over you guys, and kind of slowly kind of absorbs all those little spittle onto his wing. He pulls the wing up to his face, and you hear him kind of like a big old sniff.
I believe you were saying something, Professor.
If you like that, I can make a lot more of that for you.
Usul was talking about earlier.
Tree?
Have you
What
heard
tree?
Of, a tree? Of life, perhaps some kind of mystical tree that keeps things in the balance.
You're saying this to the dragon, right?
Yeah.
And kind of leans forward a little bit, and his head's no longer on his hand. He puts his hands down and kind of hold himself up, but still somewhat of a centerfold pose, if you want to call it that, Sylvia. And leans forward and says, "The Tree of Life, you don't say." Yeah, I've thought about that, whether this has anything to do with that. Tree of Life's been called many names in my lifetime. Some call it the Yggdrasil, Some call it the Tree of Life. Some say it's a god in itself. But not really familiar that much with the Tree of Life, but from what I've heard, everything is somehow tied to that, per the legend says. But I'm not sure if I truly agree with that or not. But maybe some truth to it. That may explain why I'm seeing more and more of these portals, not like the one in front of you here, but these more of the chaotic type that just spring up out of nothing. And I've seen more of these slotty creatures come through to other
thought
planes.
My friend was crazy. I literally got my Horn of Silent Alarm just to screw with him at night while he sleeps. But you're leading some credence to what his statements say, so I figured you might know more.
Well, I might know more, but it'll take a little more from you as well. Looks back over at Sylvia again.
We have a bag of rats.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's over there somewhere.
I just slowly reach my hand up into Dr. P's mouth to like, because I assume that's when she says more, she wants more, and I'm like shoving my fist into his face hole.
Mm. You see the dragon looks back and forth amongst, the four of you there and Buttercup. Says, well then, if you have nothing more to offer, I suppose it's time for me to go. Lucky for you, I've had my fill of these little eyeball pockets. They're quite tasty. But looks over at Brevin again. Come through here again. Bring some more plump friends next time, if you don't mind. And you watch as he stands up. And he backs up slowly. His wings aren't even really flapping. He's just floating, as you guys are. And this mist of smoke and ash kind of circle him again. And he kind of looks back at you guys one last time. And then you see his hand open up. And you see a pop. Something appears and starts floating towards you guys as he disappears. And what's floating towards you guys is basically a little ball of light, kind of circling in a screwball pattern, slowly going towards you guys. That's about right here. You guys
Portal,
want?
Please.
And Brevin's like, I can't get the portal open fast enough. And he'll start walking over towards it, frantically going over all the runes on it, as the little ball of light is coming closer. His little healing spirit is gone.
Can I, because I'm a magic user, can I see if I recognize this as some bad magic?
Give me an Arcana. Are you proficient in Arcana?
Holy, I am proficient.
I can't tell.
Apparently not proficient enough.
You're not sure what it is. It's not something you've quite seen before.
Faster, Brevin, faster.
He makes it through one side, starts going over here. It's now within about 5 feet of you guys. Any other reaction, anything you guys want to do?
I'm getting ready for my absorption stone to...
Twig is going to be really stupid and just steps.
Twig does or Buttercup does?
Twig does. I didn't mean to grab Buttercup.
Buttercup, go eat that. So you step up and you do what?
Just step in front of this.
So you want it to hit you, or you're trying to touch it, trying to grab it? What do you mean by that?
He's going to try to reach out and catch it.
Okay. So as you catch it, I want you to give me a Constitution save, Twig.
With one eye?
One eye doesn't affect his Constitution saves.
No, he's catching it.
Oh, no. Okay, so as you grab a hold of it, you can feel this radiant blast inside your hand as the thing explodes and...
Lose a hand.
Probably.
You take 19 points of radiant damage, and you're blown back. Everybody here is blown back about 5 feet. And everybody takes additional 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it explodes. And then you guys all see I'll move you back here a little bit. There's now something lying right here on the ground. So I need whoever wants to, out of you three, someone needs to give me a random D100, please. You guys first decide. No. Oh, okay. Guess Twig was the first one, wasn't he? Okay, so Twig gets it.
Yeah.
28. So hold, please.
And we got 6 points of damage.
From bludgeoning. Yep. And Twig took 19 from the radiant damage that exploded.
Yeah, got all that.
Is this Twig or Tegan? It's hard to tell. An eye, a hand, like.
This is the last ranger I played in one of Brian's campaigns. Go back to playing my drunk dwarf.
6.
You saw what I posted in Discord?
I'm looking at Discord for the last 5 minutes.
1 second, add more math. Hold on. 10d8, carry the 6. Yeah. Okay, you guys see as the light kind of dissipates from this explosion that happens right here. You guys look down and kind of rotating, spinning about 2 or 3 feet above the ground is this strange looking, what's the word they use this thing for? I think back in medieval days they called it an ankh. It's kind of like a cross, but the top of it's kind of like a loop that's kind of rotating, floating around right there.
I grab it. I'm like, maybe this is the key to the portal.
Right, so again, you pick it up, you look at it. It's gold in color. It's got a few runes on it you don't really recognize. But again, it's like a good sized cross, but the top of it, instead of having just a stick, it's a round circle. I think they were called ankhs.
Yep.
Back in medieval days.
Yeah.
So you can add a mysterious looking ankh to your character sheet if you want.
Ankh, indeed.
I think it's ANKH. I think that's how they spell it.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Not that. Brevin is still back there, kind of feverishly, kind of going over all the runes over there. And
you can slow down now, Brevin. I'll stop it.
Okay.
How many fingers you got?
So I can't slow down. I either go or I don't go.
Well, you don't have to rush, is what I'm saying. And he starts counting his fingers and checking his toes.
Yeah, you didn't lose any fingers.
P and I go, I think your saliva really sealed the deal on that one. Good job.
You should have just spit on her. Just
Yeah.
She did seem to like the stench.
All right, so Brevin stops.
Maybe there's some romance in your future.
Brevin stops tracing the runes and turns back to you guys and kind of wants to see what you guys just found there. So let's pause there for a second, if you don't mind.
Glowing cross, yeah.
I want to switch back over to the rest of the guys that now magically showed up in the bar back in Mucklestones. This is going to be theater of the mind here for a little bit.
One's a 10-foot tall fire elemental.
Exactly. So I'm trying to, first I got to figure out what time of the day it is. Hold on.
Didn't we leave in the early afternoon?
Yeah.
You guys arrive. You bamf into this the Cavers Guild, and the place is packed. There's all kinds of well, I wouldn't say packed because they just got attacked by a bunch of slotty, so they're probably not in all good spirits. But there's a pretty good crowd in there. And as soon as you guys erupt in there, Usul and his fire element, everyone freaks out. You see a couple people kind of pull out their swords or their crossbows and stuff. The rest of the patrons all kind of scatter to the edges, and tables get knocked over and chairs get knocked over, and they're all really freaking out at this point, seeing this fire element in there. And Toman, yeah, you've been here before, so I think you're the only one that's been in here. So you recognize that Photius behind the bar over there kind of pulls up a crossbow, and he's aiming right towards the fire elemental.
Wait!
Wait, hold on. I got this.
Where we were, I kind of wait. It's okay. He's friendly. He just wants to roast some marshmallows.
Give me a persuasion, Toman.
Oh. Do. Come on, persuasion. Oh.
You see him he looks at you and looks back at the fire and looks at you again, and he holds the crossbow, points up to the sky, and says, "Hold your fire! Well, probably wrong choice of words. Don't shoot." And the rest of the group still kind of standing there with weapons drawn, still kind of freaking out a little bit. And the floor below Usul is starting to kind of catch on fire as he's standing there on this wooden floor.
In a short, gnomish wood building, and he's 10 feet tall.
Oh gosh.
Just saying.
Usul, you still there?
The roof is on fire.
Do we have Usul here?
I'm here.
Okay, all right. I just didn't hear you. I'm making sure you were here. All right. So what are you guys doing to all this reaction to everybody?
So I'm just saying, Silas bamped in. He was still upside down.
Yeah.
That's my acrobatics check. You tell me how I did.
Oh, you guys, yeah, they're all bamf in. You got the big fire elemental sitting there. Tolman kind of lands on his feet easy enough, but Silith, you land on your butt. You don't take any damage, but you're prone when you land in there. Same thing for Rufus.
Well, actually, before we transport, I had wrapped my arms. I had wrapped myself around Rufus, and so he would have right-sized himself a little bit. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just
okay.
We're there.
And Tolman, you notice right away, like someone next to you kind of looks at you somewhat funny because you got this bandage wrapped around your eye, and there's a bunch of blood kind of pouring out underneath the bandage there as well.
Dude, you do not want to go in there. The stories, oh my gosh.
Coughing on the smoke? From
yeah.
The place catching fire?
Oh, soul, flame off.
I'll go ahead and revert.
Okay.
Somebody get me a beer.
That's Thodius puts down his crossbow and he starts killing everyone else to kind of calm down as Usul, his form, slowly kind of transforms back into himself. And where you're standing, Usul, still kind of somewhat on fire. You can probably easily kind of stamp it out, but you did catch the floor on fire with your elemental form right there. And other people start kind of putting their weapons away. They start recognizing you guys. And they start asking just all kinds of questions about where you are, how'd you get here, where's the rest of you, are you guys okay, blah, blah, just 1,000 questions.
Thing I noticed after the attention's off Usul, I'm looking around and, Silith, where's everybody else? Where are they? Don't tell me you left them behind.
Sol's gonna look around and just be like, well, he's still laying on sitting on his butt, but he's gonna be like, they weren't close enough, I'm sorry.
What? We gotta get back.
Like, no, we can go back to them. We can go back. We just need to find Jadel and maybe have something to kill a dragon.
It's not been a good day. I'm rubbing my temples. Yeah.
Silas gonna climb up. He's just gonna grab a beer, like a tankard, off one of the nearby tables, and be like, "Here, this might help."
Yeah, I don't even notice where he's taking it from. I just start knocking it back.
And the rest of the crowd, again, and Thodius, same way. So if you guys need a beer, he'll offer it up to you free of charge and stuff. But they're all just continue to kind of pelt you guys with questions of what's going on. Where's the rest of your party? We thought you guys were gone. Didn't know where you went. Blah blah blah.
So Tolman can, I don't know. Are we just all just gonna like pitch in and explain?
I'll be the after I kind of wipe my mouth with the back of my hand. What a day. We were on our way to take care of the Slotty and figure out how to stop them. And we got waylaid by these creatures that the thing of nightmares, just nightmarish. And then a dragon showed up and started demanding things. And
the crowd's like, a dragon? A dragon? Yeah. You guys saw a dragon? You guys fought a dragon?
Brevin didn't tell us there was a dragon.
Yeah, there was a dragon. And we didn't have to fight the dragon, but he was getting aggressive. And that's when I shoot a very dirty look at Silith. And some of us were able to get out. We have to get back and find out where the rest of our friends are.
God. You guys have thrown me such a curve. I love it.
But first, I would like to see a cleric.
So it's like, I'm a cleric.
Yeah, no, I need to see a real cleric.
So it's gonna be like, I'm still a real cleric.
Yeah,
He's got his holy
we'll
symbol out
talk
now.
later. I want to go see the guy that had to operate on me and... No, wait, that was you too.
That was me too.
Yeah. This stage is getting better. Beer, please. Beer me. Somebody beer me.
All right, so Toman, as you go up and get another beer, one of the other gnomes of the village kind of walks up to you, and he's asking, the 10 questions, 20 question thing again as well. And
Right.
he looks at you with your patch, and he kind of points at your patch, and he's talking to you, and he points at one of his eyeballs, and he pops an eyeball out. Says, looks like you're gonna need one of these, right? And he pops it back into his eyeball.
I spew my beer that's I've been drinking across the bar and probably all over the guy who just popped his eyeball out. What the fuck?
What?
What?
He starts laughing. He's like, "Oh, you haven't seen these?" And he yells over to another gnome. Says, "Hey, Timmy, come on over." Timmy comes over and says, "What's up?" Says, "Show him your eyeball." And he pops his eyeball out
Holy crap.
and shows it to you and pops it back in.
Have you guys been to the astral plane too?
They're like, no, I don't even know how to get there. But you know about these, right? And he points at his eyeball that he just took out and back into his head.
Does it work?
He's like, yeah, just go down to the Vex Ingest, the magic shop. They got these things, right?
Okay. All right. Maybe things are looking up.
I'd lend you mine, but that's kind of gross, as he pops his eyeball out of his head and shows it to you.
Please, you can put it back in. That would be wonderful. Thank you, sir. And actually, I'm kind of washed over with a wave of relief. I just dig blindly into my pouch and toss him a gold and say, "Drinks are on me. Thank you."
You say that to the bartender or that guy that just popped his eyeball out for you?
The guy who just popped his eyeball out.
Okay. It's like, thanks, mister. That's awesome.
Thank you, sir. Good sir. And
Usually when I pop my eyeball out, they just walk away, but you're all right.
I look over at Stella and go, "I'm going to the shop."
So you're walking out?
Yeah. We need to meet back here or maybe at the inn in a little bit. We got to figure out how we're getting back there.
So it's gonna try and convince Azul that we need to go find Jodell. And he's just gonna rant he never told us there was a dragon. He never told us there was a dragon.
Usul, any reactions?
Nothing at this point, no.
Okay. All right. So as you guys walk out of the Cavers Guild, you immediately notice that it's the middle of the night. You're not sure what time it is, but the streets are pretty much empty, with the exception of a few drunks that are, coming in or out of the Cavers Guild, and the streets are pretty much empty. But it's middle of the night right now.
Look around and go, well, I guess the shop's out. Let's go get some sleep.
So you guys are heading back out to the campsite? You guys are going to try to find some other place?
The campsite would probably be the most familiar thing.
Okay.
Still looking for Jodell. Is that where we left him?
Well, it's in the middle of the night. Do you really think he's going to be there?
I mean, aren't we kind of worried about our friends?
Very.
Silla's kind of worried about his...
But you're the one who left them behind.
Silla's like, it wasn't on purpose.
Fine, let's go look for Jodell.
Bye, Dr. P.
All right, so you guys are all heading towards trying to find
Jodell,
Jodell, right?
We'll check the keep, I guess.
So I'm trying to remember if you guys ever even knew where he was sleeping during the night.
No, we only saw him at the keep. Well, at least in the sessions I've been in, he was always at the keep.
Okay.
Yes, we'll head for the keep. We could find what's Cudwire. Maybe he might know where because Cudwire lives in the keep, right?
Right. Okay, so you guys are heading to the keep? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you guys make your way over to the keep. You find a couple guards that are always there at the station, and they're obviously not letting you in because it's closed right now. I'm assuming you're going to probably ask them, for Jodell or Cudwire or something, correct?
Yeah.
Kind of emergency.
Okay. And they'll...
Toman's got a hole in his face. An extra hole.
An extra hole. I like that. All right, so they obviously recognize you guys, and they're going to ask you, what happened, where's the rest of you? The same, 20 questions like you're getting back in the Cavers Guild, but one of them does head back into the keep to wake up Cudwire. And that's where we'll stop with you guys. Okay?
All right.
All right, so we'll reach the 3-hour mark. I want to do maybe a couple more things with the other group that's still back in the astral plane, and then we'll probably call it for the night. You guys okay with that?
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Not only did we split the party, we split across planes.
Like I said, this is a first for me. I've never had a party split in totally 2 different planes before. This is awesome.
Where we're going, we don't need planes.
All right. So back in the astral plane, Sylvia now has this Ankh, or however you say it. Brevin has stopped tracing the runes upon the portal, and he turns around looking at you guys somewhat confused. Says, okay, so what are we doing? Our whole point of going in here, and he points at the portal, was to place these return potion drops. Dr. P gave one away. The other half of the party's gone. I don't know if they used them or what. So, what are we doing?
We have a job to do. We get the job done.
I agree with that, but our job was to go in here and drop the drops for the return potions, yes?
Yeah.
We only have 4. The other 4 are gone.
We'll have to make do with what we have.
Well, there's 4 of us here, so I think we're good.
Right, that works for us 4. The other 4, once they get into limbo, they're not going to be able to return here.
That's their problem.
I agree.
They can
He kind of chuckles a little bit.
Can we tie a note to the bag of rats and maybe they'll find it?
Brevin just kind of looks at you, somewhat confused, kind of like, what are you talking about?
It's a bag of rats over there, and he points toward the bag.
So all I'm picturing now is, I'm just gonna point this out, is like interrupt a little bit. As we get back in there, you guys are gone, and then we have to have a tug of war with the bag of rats and those little fucking rock creatures.
First of all, if you're having a tug of war with rats, that's a bad day. They're so small. You're like giant.
Dead rats.
I understand what you're saying, Brevin, but there's no point. What? Go back for them and come back again? Then we have to deal with what's her name. I mean, we really have no choice. We go forward.
Okay, it's your choice. I'm just saying that if they don't,
there is no choice.
If they don't put their return potions at the other side of this portal, how are they getting back?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how Dr. P's getting back. He don't have a potion.
Oh, right. Wow, we are so screwed. He kind of says under his breath. All right, you want me to open up this portal?
I go.
Sorry,
can we just go back the way we came?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that, Sylvia. What'd you say?
Can't we just go back the way that we came?
We can go back, but if we come back in here, you got to talk to the dragon again. What are you going to give her this time?
Well, first of all, I have this.
Other than Scylla, or whoever calls this mess.
Well, there might be a way. Well, first of all, who in the party thought it was a great idea to give the dragon a potion that is basically a key to getting into the city? Just saying.
That'd be Dr. P.
Again, look over.
You guys are awesome.
Marks for that, Dr. P.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay, look. Does anybody know the spell Banishment?
I mean, I think Silas might, but he's kind of not here.
Do I know that spell? No, I don't.
I'm pretty
Sorry.
sure Brevin
There
doesn't.
went my
But
plan.
I'll look. I'm pretty sure he
Yeah,
doesn't.
spell. Yeah, Sylph knows it.
Yeah, but you're not
Yeah,
there.
of course, Sylph does.
Banish. What level spell is that?
3.
It's a level 3
I think it's
spell?
like a level 3 spell.
Oh, sorry, 4. Sorry, level
Level
4.
four.
One more. I have 3 level 4 spells.
Nope.
That's
Brevin doesn't know that. Alright, so Brevin, look at you guys again. Okay, so let me continue with my ritual here. Open this up. We go in, drop our potions, head back.
That's the plan.
Hopefully that's where the guys are.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
come on here. I have no depth perception. Do you know how hard it's going to be to shoot a bow now?
And Brevin looks at you and kind of puts one hand on your forehead and kind of tilts your head back and towards us. They can fix that back in Mucklestones. Either get you a real one or they got things that'll help you out there. Just lucky you lost one and not two.
Yeah, well, we'll deal with that when we get there. In the meantime, we're not in Mucklestones.
Yeah, I hear you. I'll get you back there soon enough. So he turns around and he starts tracing the runes. And as he's tracing the runes, he's reminding you guys again about what you need to do once you're in the plane of limbo. Again, he's tracing them. He said, just remember that we have no idea what's on the other side of this portal. He said it could be a bunch of water. It could be a bunch of fire. It could be lava. It could be air. It could be nothing. But as soon as you walk in there, you've got to concentrate on controlling this. And you remember him kind of going through the process with you guys of how you do this. It's basically, metagaming wise, it's a wisdom save. If you can do that, you control the chaos around you. If you fail...
As soon as he finishes, he goes, Dr. P's going first.
Brevin kind of chuckles a little bit, so that's not a bad idea. But I'll go first. I'm leading you guys. It's my responsibility. And he finishes kind of doing the runes, and you guys watch as the portal kind of turns this thick, almost like a whirlpool of blackness. You can't see through it, but it's constantly kind of spinning a nice slow spin of this very thick, black, viscous liquid almost. And he turns to you guys and says, like, I'm going to hold this for a little bit. I'm going to go in first. Who's coming in second? So on and so forth, so I can expect you. Just give me an order.
Buttercup and I'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
I guess I'll go 3, and I slap Dr. P on the back, and I go, guess that makes you number 2.
All right, guys. So just place you in your general order of how you're going in, and right behind Brevin here, and then that's where we'll pick up on the next session.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I gotta say. Wow, I was not expecting that, but I can roll with it. All right. So on that subject, as far as the next session, I think I told you guys earlier. If I didn't, sorry, it's a broken record. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be in. Where am I going to be at? Dayton, Ohio. I got to be there all weekend for a new thing we're rolling out. So I won't be able to have it on the 30th, but I'm going to push it out one more week to the 5th. Okay?
That is actually perfect because I'm not available the 30th either.
Okay. All right. So the next session will be on April 5th, and then we'll pick up where we left off here. And
I can't make that one, but good luck, guys.
Okay. So Dr. P will be sure to push you through the door first, then, right?
Yeah, or I just say, well, wait here with the bag of rats to tell the people what they missed.
Okay. Oh, who wants to be the guy that rolls to see if Diddy is with you guys in Astral Plane or back at the?
Sylph wants to roll. Sylph wants to roll.
Okay.
Okay, what are we
So
doing?
how about even he's with you? Odd, he's back here in the Astral Plane.
Hold on. Even he's with us. Odd, he's back at. Oh, he's in the astral plane.
Okay. So I'll put him over here with the rest of you guys.
Odd.
And now I want.
He hasn't given away his potion too.
And now I want. See, that was Silith. So how about Sylvia? You roll to see if Quarren is here or back in the back in Mucklestones. So again, odd, astral plane, even, back in Mucklestones.
So I can just roll a d20.
You can roll whatever, any kind of D4, D20, it doesn't matter.
Oh, he stays as well. Darn.
All right, so he's here as well.
SNA.
All right, so I'm gonna drop his token in just so I can remember this. All right. So, any questions about tonight's session, guys?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Hopefully that the big eyeballs of death weren't too bad for you guys. I mean, they really did no damage. I'm assuming you guys picked it up eventually. It was all about just extracting your eyeballs. That's all they lived for. So, sorry, Twig. Sorry, Toman.
Yeah.
Tell you, it's the last Ranger I play.
No,
They
hey,
seem to lose body parts.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you got no other questions, any comments, complaints, we'll call it for tonight, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Excellent.
Later, man. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Great session, Brian.
This is good, and I'm so sorry.